Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. I'm the question asker. My name is Raheem Algeman out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I got my brother. Let me see who I have to make sure I'm saying this right. See what I got here. Oh, yes. I got my brothers from another mother, but we got the same father here with us this morning. Good morning, Badger. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Another beautiful and blessed day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brother Toussaint, the wise man. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Still kicking.
There you
What's
go.
really going on?
Kung fu kicking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We up. It's early. It's Monday. And we're gonna be here a couple of days this week. We definitely ain't gonna be here Thursday and Friday. Thursday, everybody gonna be eating that bud. Everybody gonna be eating that bud, and then Friday, everybody gonna be recovering from eating that bud, and so we won't be here on those 2 days. But outside of that, I think we'll be here every day, based on what my wife is off. So ain't no telling what I'm gonna be doing, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna be doing. She might have me up early in the morning running around Black Friday and Blue Thursdays and super Sundays, whatever. I don't know what they got all kind of. Tucson, let me ask you a question. Why does everything have to be about money? It's supposed to be Thanksgiving, the holidays, stuff like that, Christmas, and all these different New Year's and all this stuff going on. Why is it always got to be about money, though, Tucson?
Hmm. You know what? I don't know if you need to ask the one that's getting it or the one that's spending it,
Mm-hmm.
because they can make it about what they want to, but
Mm-hmm.
they can't take it out your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you keep giving it up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You ever thought about that?
That's true. That's true. That's absolutely
Really? I
true.
mean, really, it can't be about money if we stop spending it.
Mm-hmm.
We spend more money than any other people in on the face of the earth,
Yes, we do.
and we get less.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then we say they're making it about money. Well, stay home and don't spend none. See how it works out.
See how they gonna
I just thought,
how they and that's true. That's true though. But they're gonna change the game though.
yeah.
But everybody feel as though they
Oh,
got
they're
the
gonna change the game.
yeah.
They'll
Everybody.
go out of business
Mm-hmm.
if we start spending.
Yeah. Sure will. Quickly too. Quickly.
Shoot,
Good.
what you talking about?
And I'm gonna tell you something, Tucson. And a lot of businesses really look on these days right here to make their business go for the rest of the year. There's a couple of holidays throughout the year. They know people are gonna come and spend that money. They're gonna come and spend that money, and they can use that money that they make on
Yeah,
these holidays to level out the rest of the year.
yeah. And look, check Walmart out. They put the TVs at the front. Don't
Yes,
worry
sir.
about after their Halloween season, the
Mm-hmm.
witch season.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they immediately work on Christmas. Don't worry about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It'll take care of
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna come and get their
They
food
go get
anyway.
the turkeys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they go get the turkeys and the ham and all that kind of stuff, and they stack it up in the freezer
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
at the store. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And before the week's out, they're all gone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And and see, but
They know what to put out because they studied.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they put and for Christmas, it tickles me, boy. They shop Walmart. They shop. They shop, and we ignorant.
Yeah.
They put the TVs out at the front,
Yeah.
take it from the back. They line it up at the store at the opening, and people buy TVs that they can't put in their car.
Yeah.
Have to
Exactly.
call a friend to bring it home in a truck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
And then you know what I do, Raheem?
what you do?
Every year, By March or April, I go get their stuff at the pawn shop. Brand new.
Brand new for almost half price. Almost half price. Because they don't
Yeah.
overspend. Badger, what do you say? What do you say to that,
hmm
man? Why do you think everything is all about money? Why do you think they keep turning it into money? Christmas, uh, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Black Friday, Blue Thursday, Orange Wednesday. Why is it all about money?
I don't think anyone's gonna like my comment this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because they enjoy the wanting to be like those corrupt white rich men.
Mm. Mm. Wow.
I'm not being nice on this one this morning. Sorry.
I don't want you to. I don't want you to. Say
Um,
what's on your heart, brother.
I'm just tired of greed.
Mm-hmm.
Most people say, "Well, then leave," and da 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 da. And I'm like, it's just not. Doesn't matter what country you go to, greed's infected them all.
Mm-hmm.
Any place that is built and continues to be built on harming others, and then wanting to make a to use a holiday that's meant to be so much more, and get the population to focus on the money side of it by practically brainwashing most of them. And because we force our kids into this ideology until they get old enough, they're older, and realize that what they were taught isn't healthy,
Mm-hmm.
that it's like the Santa Claus thing, right?
Okay.
And I've said that I don't teach our kids that, this imaginary guy slaying around on, with the reindeers and the sleigh.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't buy into that. We also teach that presents are not are it comes with the holiday, because this is, what it's turned into, and that's it. However, our emphasis is always about spending time with each other.
Mm-hmm.
The presents don't matter
Mm-hmm.
ever.
It's not about
It's
the present.
just it's just a whatever. If you get it, cool. If you don't, you don't. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like most people don't do that. They want to lie to their kids. They want to, all right, we're going to do Thanksgiving, but here's the time frame, and we need to make sure we go get these deals because we got to save money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's two holidays right there that is so focused on, this money output, than sitting down, sharing stories, and, all of the positive stuff that a family is meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's that you look at our society, that's what our society is built on. And most people enjoy that selfish way of living
Mm.
because
How,
it's
how, how,
easier to be
how do we get
selfish and greedy.
how do we get there, Badger?
A bunch of evil human beings that ended up getting weapons and stuff and that like to take lives pretty much took out most of the people that didn't want to take lives. And
Mm.
some people say, well, it's survival of the fittest. Well, I guess I'll be waving at you while while I'm sitting on the clouds when you're burning in fire and brimstone at this point.
Wow.
Or I think that's what y'all would say.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that how it's said or something like that?
Yeah. Some to that effect. Something to that effect. Absolutely. Tucson, what do you think it is, man? How do we get here? Tucson, you there?
People study. Yeah, they study you. They study you. I don't know how anybody else got there, but I know how to stop it. Change the mindset. You make it something real. That's I don't know if I told y'all before what I used to get my kids for Christmas.
Yep. Yep.
And good. And I like to tell the story
Go ahead, tell it.
and tell your friends about it.
Mm-hmm.
I buy them batteries for all the toys we used to and things, gadgets we used to get during the year
Mm-hmm.
because I ain't spending no foolishness. I mean, I'm not saying I like the holidays because it gives you time off, which
Yeah.
I definitely need.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as going to the store with all them people in the parking lot, you can't get in the parking lot.
Food.
But so I changed his mindset. New Year's and Fourth of July it's done that either. So we got to we hear of other folks and what they do. And Daddy, um, I want to go buy some pasta. Okay, all right, let's go. Come on, get in the car. Let's go buy some pasta. And in the back of my mind, I said, we're gonna stop this right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I take them to the fireworks place, and I buy a big bag of fireworks. Spend a lot of money for a one-time lesson. Take them back to the house. Take them out in the yard. They're excited as they possibly can be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what I do? I
What you do, Tucson?
set the whole bag afire.
Mm-mm.
One big bang, and the eyes pop out in amazement, not joy.
Uh-huh.
they, ain't, they ain't happy. They're in shock.
Yeah. Man, them fireworks can go all over the place, man.
Move, you better move. Watch out. And then they look at me and say, "Oh, Daddy." So the next time it comes up, I asked him. I said, "Yo, what's the fire?" No,
No, wait. We remember that last experience. Maybe we go over to the neighbor house. Cause we don't want to do them with you no more.
I don't know how
Wow.
we got there, but I know that what the only way we can stop it is change the mindset.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There are some holidays, real holidays, that a lot of people talk about. And if you're gonna celebrate, you celebrate. You do what you want to. And I say two things. It's a twofold thing. You let kids be kids,
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
you tell them what it's all about. You teach them. You're supposed to train them, teach them
Mm-hmm.
what it's all about,
Yeah. The
the
truth.
reality of it.
The truth of it all.
Even if some people, yeah, the truth of the matter. And see, some people say, well, it ain't even on December the 25th, or Thanksgiving was about that. I don't care nothing about that either.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
care nothing about that. But what I do care about is spending time with family.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
We sit so much right here, we sit at the table on a daily basis, and everybody got a cell phone out
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or a tablet, and we don't even talk to each other.
Exactly.
And then we show each other what we looking at on Facebook. I don't let nobody ride with me right here. I know my time is up, but I don't let nobody ride with me because I'm driving. They want to show me their Facebook page.
Yeah.
You won't be riding with me no more. I
Exactly.
bet you that.
You're endangering everybody. You're endangering everybody in this car with your foolishness. Rico, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Man, I can't complain, man. Just call in for a second. How y'all doing?
Hey, doing good. Good to have you, brother. We're talking about the holidays, man, and New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Orange Thursday, and all these different things. Rico, why has it become all about money, or is it by design that it is that way?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely come, become about money.
Mm-hmm.
And you asked a question on how they did that, and they created an economic system that changed the way we traded for our goods and
Uh-huh.
resources, the way we accessed our resources. At one point in time, when people traded goods, they traded something of value that you had for something of value that I had.
Mm-hmm.
But they
Mm-hmm.
came up with this economic system and this Federal Reserve note, and created another value system that came in between
Mm-hmm.
our direct way of trading. So now they can control that trading with that economic system, um, by putting a value system on resources and on things that we have a demand for.
Mm-hmm.
So now anything there's a demand for, you have to spend that price that they created through the economic system they created.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is a commodity. Everything has a price on it now. Any resource, anything of value. You want to have fun, got to have a pay a price. Need some health care, got to pay a price.
Mm-hmm.
Want to eat, got to pay a price. Want some convenience, want to pay a price. Want it the easy way, the quick way, the fast way, got to pay a little bit more. But there's no physical trade value anymore. It's a material trade value. And then on top of it, they also created material things
Mm-hmm.
that we value now. Entertainment, all types of different things that they created that we put more value in than the important resources.
Mm-hmm.
So now here it is with that economic system. Um, Things like diamonds, things that come from vanity. They create a value on that and then put a high price on it based on that economic system, and then tell you if you can accomplish achieving or accessing these things, you are successful.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So now all these things that we want, that we are addicted to consuming in a subconscious or unconscious way, is also a way of us saying that we are successful or we have achieved these things, because we are able to go and buy these things that sometimes we really don't need. But if we don't have it, we feel like we haven't made it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Have they manipulated? Let me say it. Let me use that word. I was gonna say something different, but I'm gonna change it up. Have they manipulated our women in a way, thinking that like diamonds are a woman's best friend, and she have to have this huge diamond. She's gonna get married. You're gonna propose to her. You got to have this huge diamond, and then become a competition between the women who got the biggest diamond. Is that a part of the economic system?
Uh, yeah, they don't manipulate women and men. And not it ain't even just about the biggest diamond. Now sometimes it's about the biggest butt.
Mm,
So now you'll spend some money to risk your life to get a BBL
mm-hmm.
because you don't like the way you look. But you ain't gonna exercise. You're gonna continue eating and doing the things you did to make you not like the way you look. Oh, I don't look how I did when I was 21. Oh, when I was 25, I was fine. Well, you want to get back to fine again? Pay a little money and take the easy way, the
Mm-hmm.
most convenient way, the quick way, the fast way. The only side effect is you might lose your life,
Wow.
but it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Because if you live, look at the way you're gonna be living. Look at how you're gonna be living. They're gonna be looking at you.
And look how you're gonna be looking.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Badger, what do you say to that, man? Have our minds been manipulated in that way?
Yeah, and it's a really disturbing concept.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know how many times I've sat there and I've made those comments before, and we live in a society that is all about that has became me first, you last, and if I need to run you over to accomplish something, I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that very disturbing.
But now we're at a stage right now, whereas that BBL is huge. Everybody want to have that BBL, Brazilian butt lift. Just in case people didn't know what it means, everybody want to have that. But there was a time where the real slim Barbie was the look that everybody wanted. People was getting malnutrition and not eating and not putting food in their mouth because of the fact they didn't want to lose weight. But now they want to have that BBL. There's an opposite there, Badger. How did that transition take place?
Uh, I would probably go into the realm once again, like we already been hitting on, of they portrayed things a certain way, made it look like if you're not with somebody like this, or if you don't look like this, then you're no good.
Mm-hmm.
And you do that in certain ways, mixed with certain sounds and things of that nature, you can slowly turn a person's mind into doing it.
Mm-hmm. But
So,
that's total opposite though, because one time it was like the Barbie was real slim, got to be real slim, size 1 or 2 or something like that, or size half a zero. But now with the BBL, that's more weight on that thing. You're not looking at slim and a size 1 no more.
man, in this day and age, dude, I don't put nothing past nobody or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I find quite a few things pretty disturbing nowadays. And the funny part is, anytime I've tried to mention or touch on this in the past or previously, it gets interesting because people get really sensitive about this one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting here going, kind of wild that here we are in 2023. We've got countries that are known to have a history of um gen practically genocide or enslaving certain groups of people and stuff like that, or just treating people like they are less than human.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Wow.
And we always support the group that is that appears or puts up the perception that they are capitalist
Wow. Wow. Wow.
and
Five.
will
Go ahead.
degrade, belittle, and all kinds of just nasty things, and go, well, you got help from from this person or this person, so you getting upset about them, only letting you live in one area is not acceptable, or not letting you vote is not acceptable because, you know, you're still getting help. So what voice should you have?
Mm.
All that. Yeah.
Wow. Rico, what do you say to that, man? How did they go from, excuse me, how did they go from being the look for our women being a size 0 or 1 or something like that, being so slim and blase blase, and now his transition over to the BBLs, which is not a size 0 or 1 at all. What has happened? What has transitioned?
Trend,
Yep. Yep.
trend, and once people want to keep up with trend, that becomes a value system.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping up with the Joneses, and then for you to keep up with that trend, well, you got to pay a cost
Mm-hmm.
because there's a demand for it now. Oh, you weren't born with that body, you weren't blessed with that body, but now we done found a way to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
We come up with this technology. Oh, say people need water to survive. Human beings need water to survive. Sounds like a demand to me. Let's sell it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
Yep.
they found a way to sell it
Mm-hmm.
because there's a demand for it. It has become so popular. See, if there's a demand for water, now they're making you buy something that God gave the earth all the power to create on its own. If they found a way to make us pay to even have that access to water to survive, then sooner or later you're gonna start trying to find a way to make money off of everything, every way possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You even make yourself a commodity. I've heard very eloquent professional speaking people come on the platform and say, we need to make ourselves commodities.
Yep. Yep.
I've heard people say, ain't nothing wrong with OnlyFans, ain't nothing wrong with stripping.
Mm.
We Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that something?
Wow.
Because ain't nothing wrong with making money. If there's an opportunity to make money, what we need money. I like to have nice things. I like the finer things. We need money to survive
Enrico, I've heard
because if you don't have money, you won't have health care.
and I've
You
heard
can't afford
people
health care.
I've heard people say that, and I don't agree with this at all. You know, as a matter of fact, this is one of the first shows I think you came on, man. Where people was talking about putting on a man talking about putting on a doggone dress because it's only this, it's only art. Blah. Nah, man, there ain't no art, bro. You ain't supposed to put on no dress. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, man? You ain't supposed to
Well,
have on no dress.
but the whole value system thing. You think about John Q and the message that came behind John Q.
Mm-hmm.
That man's son needed a heart transplant.
Yeah.
And that was everything in that hospital, doctors, everything that he needed, treatment, everything that he needed to help save his son was in that hospital.
Yep.
But since he couldn't afford the health care,
Mm-hmm.
oh well,
Mm-hmm.
like Junior gotta die.
Yep.
So,
Exactly.
people don't really value life. We value the system that man has created that has told us what we need to do to be able to survive. They put a cost on it.
Mm-hmm.
They put a man-made cost on it.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, going back to the trends of being skinny one minute to where people are being anorexic and bulimic.
Yep. Exactly.
Now you don't
Exactly.
even hear nothing about anorexia or bulimia anymore. Now
Mm-hmm.
people want to be obese.
Yep. Yep.
People want a big butt.
Mm-hmm.
At one point in time, with people didn't want butts. They want to
Mm-hmm.
be as skinny and flat as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it's all about what's acceptable, what's cool, what's popular, and who they can get to promote that image.
Mm-hmm.
See, that go to the other word, image.
Mm-hmm.
All these things that play a part in it that really have no true value system in the preservation of life and mankind.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, we and listening to what's being said this morning, brother, we've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled, man, and we fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. We fell for it. Toussaint, what do we need to do to get out of this trend?
Yeah, we got to stop first. We got to look at it and see it for what it is first.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you keep repeating the same thing. So accustomed to doing it. And I can I say something?
Go
Kind of
ahead.
almost ugly. I can. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe I can see. I can tell when it ain't real.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, Mother Nature couldn't have made you like that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
they don't make it like that.
Mm-hmm.
No. And then you got a little bit of skinny waist, and if you a little bit more tail, you be aware.
Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, mercy. I don't know. Now, here's another thing. This is how extreme it is. You know that they got people that sell prayer.
They do what now?
You can get healed for $9.99, $9.99.99,
Mm.
and I'll pray for you.
Mm.
I'll pray for you.
That thing ain't gonna go higher than that ceiling.
Okay, you like your prayer is more valuable is if I just fall down on my knees and ask God myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You ain't that close to God, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I ain't finna send you a nickel. Period.
Wow.
And so anyway, hey, that stuff's about that money, man.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes people lose track of their whole outlook on life. They start off good, but once that money come in, boy, they lose their mind.
For the love of money, a woman would
I
sell her precious
could think of some
body.
people that they wouldn't accept them, and they said unless you do it this way, we won't even entertain what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But sooner or later, they on to the same thing they vowed never to compromise with
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when that change come in. That little change make you act strange.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Exactly. Exactly. Rico, we're gonna change this up. We got a topic we're gonna talk about later on in the broadcast when everybody come on, man. This topic gonna be absolutely amazing. So I want if everybody can, I want y'all to stay for the main topic. We got a main topic today. And like I said, I'm not gonna put it out there just yet. I want to wait, get more people get in. But Rico, I'm gonna ask you a question, Rico. I was looking at what's her name? Gail King. She had a special the other night with Jay-Z. I don't know if you saw that or not. When she interviewed Jay-Z, much like she did when she interviewed R. Kelly. Pretty much the same platform that she did. And he was talking and Jay-Z was talking about hip hop and 50 years of hip hop and different things of that nature. And they got pretty in depth with it. But I saw somebody ask a question, talk about 50 years of hip hop. 50 years of hip hop. People been dealing with hip hop for 50 years. But what difference has hip hop really made in our community, uplifting our community, building our community? Rico, what do you say to that?
Turned us into a bunch of money hungry, greedy, sex crazed individuals. And then
Wow.
they asked somebody like Jay-Z, cause he's a billionaire,
Yep.
quote unquote.
Yep.
But they didn't ask Millie Mill and Grandmaster Flash.
Come on.
People that still living that was here for the whole 50 years.
Yeah.
You know, I read a story a couple of months ago about the first person that did a rap. They didn't interview him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been here for the whole entire 50 years of this thing, seen
Mhm.
it from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
His opinion don't matter, though.
Yep.
Jay-Z opinion matter. Oh, LL Cool J and Jay-Z about the same age.
Mm-hmm.
But LL Cool J such much bigger of a pioneer.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He was involved in it when it was more about the art and less about the money
Mm-hmm.
and the fame and the imagery. You know, sort of going back to what you were saying earlier. If you don't look this way, you ain't beautiful.
Yep.
If you don't act this way, you ain't cool.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't tricking if you got it. So now we're going to call tricking cool. It's all right to trick off and just waste and blow money. If you got it, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm. Rico, do you think
Matter of fact,
do you
get
think
more of it so you can blow it.
do you think hip hop has been
That's what hip hop is.
do you think hip hop has been more of an asset or a demise to our community?
It was an asset, but now it's been turned into a weapon.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
It was very much an asset.
Mm-hmm.
It made people aware.
Yeah.
It actually taught people
Mm-hmm.
about kings and queens and Mansa Musa. You know, you listen to BDP.
Yep.
And, you know, different people in the past that actually educated us. And then you have people to this day that still educate through their music,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yes.
they ain't popular.
Exactly.
You have people like D1 that educates through his music,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not popular.
Yep.
But they would rather promote Rick Ross because he's 50 years old, still talking about sliding on people,
Mm-hmm.
still bragging about what kind of money he got. Oh, because I done made it now. Let me talk about, this is how much I done made it. Let me brag and talk about all these material things that man has created that I have achieved and accomplished and got access to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Jay-Z. Jay-Z is the authority. If Jay-Z say, ain't no need of kneeling no more, ain't no need of kneeling no more.
Yeah.
Even though he ain't never put on a football helmet.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't put on one pad and ain't took not one hit.
None.
Or got one concussion.
None.
But he want to tell you that ain't no need of kneeling no more.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't no Martin Luther King.
No. To me, truth of the matter, man, total opposite. But that's
he's just a financial, economic achiever.
Mm-hmm.
And that system that they created, that he is promoting it. All of us should value that system enough to want to succeed in that more than anything. Forget about your humanitarian side.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about your ethics and your morals. Just fit in.
Yep.
Do what you need to do. Accept homosexuality so you can have tourism. And all these other things.
Exactly. Wow.
So
Wow.
I mean, yeah, man, hip hop and the people that they go to ask about hip hop, once again, it boils down to who's cool and who's beautiful. And to be honest with you, if you make enough money, you'll start to look beautiful to some people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was about to be mean. I'm not gonna do
Before
that.
you made that money, you weren't too cute.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And no disrespect to this brother, man. And I'm sure he's a great brother, man. But they had a reality show with Flavor Flav. Who's loving Flavor? Who's loving Flavor? And the women were fighting tooth and nail, man, to get with Flavor Flav. Now, if no money was involved, do you think, or he didn't have that celebrity status, would they have done that, Rico?
Man, he's got laughed at. You know how they used to call people African booty scratcher back in the day? That would have been him.
Yeah. Wow.
He would have been the one that couldn't get the girl.
The
And
name
he
was
know
Flavor
it.
of
That's the
Love.
killer part about it.
Yeah.
Some of these people know, had it not been for their fame or their fortune, that they wouldn't have access
Mm-hmm.
to the high caliber of women that they now have access to.
Yeah. Exactly. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Teresa, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Good to have you, sister. Good to have you. We asking a question. We're talking about hip hop and how they did an interview. Gayle King did an interview with Jay-Z talking about 50 years of hip hop. And they talked about the whole history of it. Jay-Z was quote unquote the spokesperson for hip hop, I guess, if that's what you want to say. But I'm asking a question, and the question was asked: in 50 years of hip hop, what has it really done for our community, to uplift our community and to build our community financial, economically, or in different ways? What has hip hop really done? What has hip hop really done to uplift our community in those 50 years?
Me being 51 years old, so I get to, it was kind of part of me, but I wasn't that deep into it because some of the music I couldn't, my mom didn't allow us to listen to.
Yeah.
The uplift would be more like, it was the one thing I felt like that African Americans could actually say that they started. I think I heard someone say something about how the interviews with Jay-Z, who is someone that is of billionaire status, right?
Yes.
Here we go doing it wrong again, right? We did it wrong again because we did not go to the people who actually started it. And that's our problem when we start getting into our historical piece, and I'm often comparing it to the same way with civil rights, right? They said that Rosa Parks was the one that sat on the bus first. That was not the case.
No.
Right? But they made a big mockery out of it and didn't go to the people who literally started it, who literally was brave and who really was of courage, right? Jay-Z is the end. I hate the fact that we do that billionaire and media. Media is messing us up because media promotes it like you can't be successful unless you are of a certain status, which is tearing our history up. This is not about the status from a money perspective. It is the status of, if we really were to really cultivate around hip hop was the opportunity for people to tell how they feel, tell the truth about what they were seeing in their own community, express themselves. It was a form of art. So to me, that's more the uplift. Now, what it has become is something different. So I just want to stop there because I want to give other people the time to talk. But I'm just saying hip hop is good and it did uplift our community. But there is some pros and cons to the both. And I think it's the way that it's being promoted from other people and not us ourselves.
Exactly. 508-924-3521. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. We got a doozy of a question I'm gonna ask y'all later on. I'm gonna wait till a few more people get in here, and I want to hear everybody and everybody's opinion on it. But to Teresa's point, Rosa Parks was not the first one to sit and protest on the bus. As a matter of fact, I pulled it up. Is a young lady named Claudette Colvin, 15 years old. She was arrested for the same thing. But what was said to her, and I find this very interesting. What was said to her is she was of a darker tone, and because of the fact that she was of a darker tone, that they didn't want her to be the face of the sit-in boycott, of the bus boycott. They didn't want her to be. Rosa Parks had more of their look, and because of the fact that she had more of the look, she was more light, bright, dang near white, and Claudette was not. She was more on the darker edge. They didn't want to use her, so they took Rosa Parks and let her be the face, disregarding Miss Colvin. Totally disregarding Miss Colvin. People probably have never even heard of Miss Colvin, Claudette Colvin. People have probably never even heard of her. Look her up. Claudette Colvin, Colvin. Teresa, what do you say to that? Tucson, come to you next.
But that's absolutely correct. I'm from Alabama, and I'm in the civil rights movement, and it continues to be that way today.
Mhm.
It's amazing to me that people didn't talk about other people who were really a part of the civil rights movement. It wasn't one person, it was a lot of people. And because we have to be discreet, right? There's people you will never know, right? Because of how you have to go about getting things done. But this lady, I keep bringing it up because we don't talk enough about the truth.
Yes.
Rosa Parks was not the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then two, that goes back to the other issue that we have, which is the colorism.
Come on.
Colorism and how it made us as Black people divided.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to put it up because of, I could get into this one, and I know that's not our subject. But colorism really is the divider for the Black community.
Yep.
Light skin or light skin, dark skin, or house versus field. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing that
Teresa, let me ask you a question.
Sketch, but we don't talk about it.
Teresa, let me ask you a question. And people say I'm being a little silly when I ask this question, but actually I'm being very truthful. Do you think had Barack Obama been a darker complexioned brother, he would have if he looked like more of a Bernie Mac, would he have been president of the United States of America?
No, he would not. It was weird. President Obama, I think, made us really get into more the diversity part, but because he was of mixed, and it's amazing because he was African descent, not Black American, right?
Yes.
That's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
His mom is white, and they lived in Hawaii. So, and he just happened to live in Chicago and married to Michelle. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, and I may be wrong in even saying that, but it's just what it is. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The colorism is true. I don't know, because if you think about it, I ain't even gonna say this. I'm gonna leave that alone. But yeah, it might have been something that would not have happened. Jesse Jackson has run for president. Reverend Al Sharpton has ran for president. Shirley Chisholm has ran for president. And I'm just going to leave it like that, right? But when it was Kamala Harris and Kamala Harris, even though she was probably of the color, right? It was the womanhood, right? So we still got issues as it relates to how we choose or pick somebody. It's never about experience. It's about where we're going. So,
good deal.
Whose time is it?
Exactly.
Is it time? Is it time for a Black person to lead the country? Is it time for a woman to lead the person? If it is, who is that woman? Is she of the right statue that we want to put in, that we want to put in front of people, right? Is that the right stereotypical thing? We're still going through it now. Now you don't want Biden to run for office because he's too old. That's age discrimination.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
age discrimination, right?
Good deal.
So we still got this racist tone or discrimination, hatred, all of that, because United States of America was built on it.
Good. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not united. It's divided. Okay.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. Stay right there, sister. Stay right there if you can. Stay with us for a little bit. I definitely want you to be a part of the question when I ask the main question for the day. If you can hang out with us, I really will appreciate that. Tucson, what do you say to that, man? Had Barack Obama, President Obama, had he looked more like a Bernie Mac, do you think he would have been president of the United States of America if he had that complexion? Tucson?
Well, I got another way of looking at it. I'm not, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. He ain't been president yet.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
I said he hasn't been president yet, not one day.
So,
He didn't definitely.
To Obama?
Yeah, I'm talking about him. Yeah,
Okay.
he led this country one day. They fought him tooth and nail since the day he was voted in.
Yeah.
Now he carried the name
Mm-hmm.
or the title,
Yes, sir.
but everything that he tried to do, they said no.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Donald Trump come on, he made sure that he tried to, everything that he had his name on.
Mm-hmm.
And they went for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yes, sir. Yes,
If
sir.
they could wipe his name out of it altogether, they would try it. But it's already out there. Like they did the last black president, the real last black president. A lot of us don't even know who he is. Wouldn't even know him if we called his name and had a parade. They'd be like, what we celebrating now?
Mm-hmm.
Because we'll celebrate anything.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anything. We'll make a holiday out of anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll make it like the big lie. In God we trust.
Mm-hmm.
You don't trust in God. That dollar though.
Exactly.
It was. I guess I would say that. What it was a movie that it was Chris. Was it Chris Rock? That was the prophecy.
Yeah.
You would call it a prophecy.
Head of state.
What did they do?
The name of the movie, Head of State.
Yeah. What did they do? So what did they do? They bet $1.
Yep.
$1.
Yep.
That's how serious it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a replay of the movie. To me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know we, and how do you say that? Here's how we say it. We got us a president. How did that work out for you?
Exactly. Well, what was the end result?
Not saying he didn't, not that saying that he didn't try, but they made sure that they revealed the true America.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And they've been doing it ever since.
Wow.
They took off the sheets and they took off the hiding behind the suit, and they showed you just the way they felt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they put a man that didn't care what he said or what he done, and he said, "We're gonna make America great again."
Mm-hmm. Great for who? Great for who? Badger, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me.
I'm enjoying the conversation, but this goes into kind of like what Donald was saying. Goes into what I say a lot. The president is a face and a voice. That's all. Those in the House and the Senate are going to decide what laws we're going to put into place and which ones we ain't.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't tell me that they're not going to get along just long enough to make sure whatever a president, in quotation, does as an executive order or whatever. Because even executive orders, they run out. After 90 days, unless the House and Senate says that it's going to continue, it ends in 90 days.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, and I know people have gotten real mad at me about saying that presidents don't have power and all that kind of stuff. And I understand some of the argument because, you know, they are a face, they are a voice. They're supposed to give hope and all these other kind of things. And to me, that's where a lot of one of the greatest American illusions are, is we think the president is the be all end all decision maker of our country.
Badger, do you think if Barack Obama had not been a fair-skinned individual, had he been a more dark-skinned individual like a Bernie Mac or someone like that, do you think they would have voted him in as president of the United States of America if he did not have mixed heritage?
I would hope so.
That's not what I asked you, brother. Do you think they would have?
Kind of torn on that one. I'm going to have to say I don't think so, to be honest. It's just like the whole, man, someone brought up about a woman being president, right? It's insane that what happened January 6th didn't happen at the beginning of his presidency. Because Hillary Clinton, a woman, won the popular vote.
Yes.
Trump only got in because of the Electoral College that we unfortunately allowed to still exist. So we could have had a woman. That would have been interesting. Probably would have did a lot of good, to be honest. That's the thing. That's where we are in America. It's a male dominant society. And then on top of that, you add in the issue, and a lot of truth in this, of the racist white folks that are in power and in these seats and stuff, that are very selective on what they will what they will allow a non-white person to hold certain positions.
Wow, that's good.
I don't think they'd want anyone of a different race as president.
I think we have Mr. Hicks. Mr. Hicks, that you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, Raheem.
Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I won't tell you the truth, but I'm doing fine.
There you go. Did you get the link, brother? I sent you the link, right?
Yeah, I have a link. My computer's in the shop.
Okay, got you. Let me ask you the question, brother. Do you think had Barack Obama not been a fair-skinned, mixed complexion individual, do you think he would have made it if he had a exterior, the tone of a Bernie Mac or somebody like that? Do you think he would have been the president of the United States of America and have disqualified in regards to some people's votes?
Let me answer that specifically. No, but at the same time, they select who they want to select. The powers that be behind the curtain. The secret government. They select who they want, then they fashion the way they do, and they control the media, and they take away everybody's free will and choice by programming them and captivating their mind and directing what they want. So they can give you a different name, they can give you a different birth certificate, they can give you everything, and because they have the power of influence of mainstream media, they can get the majority of people to accept the different things. Like I hear, I mean, it's like it's cliche. The things that the Badger's saying, man, I've heard that a million times. I heard those things. Sure. It's a paper bag thing. Still. So it points to all the screaming about racism as being the primary problem. Is us against them. It's us against each other.
Yeah,
it's a divide thing. Yeah, whatever they can do to keep us divided and try to stop what's happening in Celestials, what the Creator is bringing about. They can't stop it. They cannot stop it.
Miss Hicks, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, Miss Hicks, and I love where you're going with this. But let me ask you this question: if that be the case, say if this whole life that we're living was a chessboard or a checkerboard, who's making the moves, man? Who's actually controlling all these things? Because when you say the programming and all this stuff, somebody have to be in control of this. Who do you think is really controlling it?
Well, it's written in the books. It's written in the ancients. It's written down in the scriptures. There's a malevolent energy, power, Satan, whatever it is, that's opposed, and it's behind this. It captivates people's mind. It's a disembodied spirit, as some folks say, that attach itself to people and program them and make them do what they do. But ultimately, and this is a hard thing to understand. In the earliest Christian doctrines, they talked about not even voting, not being involved in the political system, because they really felt that whoever is selected as president or whatever it is a reflection of the spirit and consciousness of the people. So the people, their consciousness, their belief system is going to produce people that's like them. And the consciousness of the people is the people like you see them, they run through and steal stuff. There's corruption all over it, and anything you try to touch, there's corruption. So what's behind it is a spirit, and this is a spiritual warfare, and we're looking at it through our temporal eyes and looking at the physical. We're making judgment, but it's spiritual, and it's written.
Wow.
I mean, you could talk the Illuminati, the Masons, and you could point to all different kind of things, the rap music industry that influenced all this stuff. But bottom line is, we're at a pivotal point in the celestial function of this universe. There's a change coming. There's and some people are going to select to stay in this old world, this world of capitalism, socialism, and fighting each other, and whatever the new world brings, which is a consciousness. It's saying that when the consciousness of the people change, when my people are called by my name, will humble themselves, they become a powerful influence on other people, not by swords and guns and blood, by the spirit of love and compassion. And it's happening. They're not putting the spotlight on it. You're not going to see it. You're not going to see the changes happening in other parts of the world, other parts of people. These new kids coming in, these children are coming in with this crazy aptitude, crazy kind of consciousness. I listen to on Sunday. My grandkids talk to me. They spin my head. Where did you get that from? They came here with it.
Wow. So love is the answer.
Love is the answer, but understanding. We're trying to figure out what love is. It's been diluted. It's been polluted. The meanings have been changed over the centuries and times. What it is, but when we get back to what that love is, and what that love is something that grows in you, individual, as you contact the source inside yourself, and you begin to radiate it.
Wow.
But it's individual. It's every person got a task in this thing. Be as good as you can. Be as loving as you can. Be as open-eyed. Don't fall for the hook. Don't fall for us against them. The Democrats, Republicans. Focus on what's above. Focus on what's true.
Wow.
And that's treating people right.
Exactly.
And love them in your heart, praying for the earth, praying for people.
Good deal.
That's
Good deal.
so hard.
Good deal. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Get ready to go to Teresa, but before I do, I want to welcome Ryan. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Doing good. How's everybody doing today?
Hey, doing good, brother. Asking a question, man. And I want to hear your heart. Do you think that had Barack Obama been not been a fair-skinned individual of mixed heritage, had he been a darker-skinned person like a Bernie Mac or something like that, do you think he still would have been president of the United States of America, or would that have made some people say, I'm not voting for him because of his tone, if you will?
And why you gotta pick on Bernie Mac like that? Rest his soul.
Yeah, that was my dude there, man. That was my dude.
He was dark though.
One of the best to do it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he was super dark though. You're right. But I don't think that had any bearing.
Wow.
On Obama. I don't.
Well, no, not on him. But I'm saying, had he been a skin tone like a Bernie Mac, do you think it would have made?
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is, I don't think it would have had a change, because what got what got Obama put in there was his charisma
Mhm.
and the way he could talk.
Mhm.
You know, um, I really don't think it had to do with him being light skinned.
Mm.
I really don't.
Wow.
Um,
I beg to differ.
he knew how to talk. He knew how to carry himself.
Mhm.
I mean, look, some people don't like him, but look at Tim Scott.
Mhm.
You know, he knows how to speak to both sides. You know what I'm saying? White people and black people.
Mhm.
He knows how to address uh, both parties.
Mhm.
You know, without sounding, like what's the word they use? Uncle Tom.
Mhm. I'm gonna tell you, I don't think truth of the matter, I don't think Tim Scott and I think he kind of knows it as well. He'll never be president. Not in this era. Not in this era. He won't be president in this era. When I say never, I mean in this era right here. Because of
But
the way he rubs certain people. The way he rubs people.
Right. I was gonna say, do you think it's because he's conservative and black?
I don't know if that might I think that has something to do with it.
Yep,
I think
yep.
I think that has a lot well, I ain't gonna say a lot. I think that has something to do with it. But at the same time, I have an issue with dealing with an individual that has totally forgotten who he really is. He or she really is. And I think he's gotten to the point where he's forgotten who he really is. To the fact that his whole family has disowned him because they say that's who he is now. His whole family has just totally disowned him. His family.
Do you think that I hate to even go there, but I'm gonna piggyback off Mr. Hicks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it's again because he's a black conservative and that most black constituents don't understand that the majority of them back at the time when they finally got the right to vote were conservatives?
When they finally got the right to vote. When they finally,
Yeah.
let's deal with that part. When they finally got the right to vote.
Well, okay, won the right to vote. Let's put it that way.
Well, we change the word, change the word or two.
Because
listen to me. Change the word or two in the delivery of it does not change the result of it. And so, what I'm saying is this right here. When they finally got the right to vote, yes, we can go to the polls. Yes, we can push the buttons on the ballot. But do we really have the right to vote? Or
do any of us?
Exactly. But I think it's more. I think that the weight is more is a little heavier on people that look like me. No disrespect.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, I'm not saying that. Well, I think you're taking me out of context.
No, I'm just
maybe I'm
just
my delivery's wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because it was a fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't something that people were allowed to do. Black people were allowed to do back then.
Yeah.
But people like Dr. King were conservatives.
Mm-hmm.
The families were much different then, right?
Mm-hmm.
The family dynamic was much different then.
Yes.
And the things that are being taught in the community were much different then,
Fact.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no pushing to break up the household.
Mm-hmm.
There's no pushing to do all of the things that we see today that are crazy that's out there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like in today's day, in today's times, it don't matter whether you light skin or dark skin. It's all about your charisma.
Mm.
Obama had a ton of charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on here knows I'm conservative to a point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more central. But I voted for Obama.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the man knew how to speak
Mm-hmm.
to me as well as people that look like him.
Okay.
And for me, it was like, man, maybe it's time for a change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to do this. Maybe this will help bridge the gap some,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And so the way he spoke, the way he addressed things, and funny enough, because he was a person of color, I was like, look, I'm going all in on my man here. Because I wanted to see change. You know what I'm saying? That's my heart. I wanted to see change. I figured something of that magnitude would bring about some change and bridge the gap.
Okay, did it? Right.
Uh, I don't know. In some ways, it might have made things worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's a way out Wednesday conversation.
Let me go to Teresa. Teresa, what's on your heart? What do you think?
Oh Lord, that was a lot. Listen, okay, first of all, Black people are more conservative than you think. Okay, we are faith-based. But we are struggling with what's the best for our people. And what the conservatives have provided to us is a way for us to just do exactly what you just spoke of, which is make us be something that we're really not. Yes, President Obama was very, very charismatic, but he was smart, he was intelligent, right? And he was Black, right? So, yeah, we were going to vote for him. Well, I voted for him. My thing was he was Black, I'm going to vote for him. But at the same time, it was time for a change, because what we have been getting in the past is the same linkage back to white supremacy, which was keeping us down, right? Tim Scott forgot who he is, because he can't answer those questions. That's why he's really, really confused. He could have been a great a candidate if he wouldn't talk crazy. He didn't have his own way of being who Tim Scott is and who he represents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether you're a conservative or Democrat, when you're Black, you need to represent Black people. Even though you're going to represent everybody when you're there, but there's a tone that happens when Black people are getting into elected positions. It's switched because of whoever likes them or who gives them the most money, and you can tell by the tone. Mm-hmm. But if we really wanted to really unite this world or the state of the United States, then we would go with what is best for the people. And not all this political game plan, right? But we know politics is that's what it is. Politics is game plan. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. And they do decide who they want to represent whoever it is they want to represent. That's why we had the January the 6th, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had the January 6th because somebody was upset and they was losing power. White people are losing power in the United States of America. Whether it be, even the political parties are losing their power. So it's becoming a time for, I think, for people to come together, empower, and switch the whole game. Mm-hmm. It's time. Mm-hmm. Forget the parties. They're crazy right now. Both of them.
Yeah.
They're not there for what they're supposed to be, which is the people. Right? So that's where I kind of am. I mean, it's not even a Black-white thing like it used to be. And even too, I think something too, when conservatives or even white people or even Black people, there's a messaging that we hear when certain people talk about what they think we've been through. Mm-hmm. And it kind of stirs up a moment to the reason why people can't be on the conservative side. Conservative people try real hard to bring us in, but they really don't get the opportunity to know who Black people are. Black people are conservative. They are faith-based. They believe in morals and values as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So, there's something to think about when we're talking about that. Whether we go Democrat or Republican, I think that's just personal preference. Mm-hmm. But we shouldn't get into the point where we're so conservative that we're looking crazy like it is now in the United States of America.
Wow.
As a whole.
Wow.
We look crazy because we're not about the people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal. Captain Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Leonard, you there? Leonard maybe having some issues with his line there. Let me see. Okay. Good deal. He's gonna call in. Badger, let me ask you this question, Badger. Because a lot of times people say, and I may have even said it myself. I may have said it myself a time or two, but they say they voted for Barack Obama. I think he was a great candidate. I think he really was. But a lot of it was because of the fact that he was black. They voted for him. Is that a terrible thing?
I honest opinion, yeah,
Yes. Why?
because I'd rather see people vote because they know that person's gonna do something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, I think looking at it in that manner, voting just because of the way a person looks is will cause more harm than good.
Mm-hmm. How so?
Now, because if that's the only qualifications to vote for somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get in there and they twist everything or are so selfish that they end up hurting.
What is the, let me ask you this question. What is the difference? Because there's a lot of people, excuse me, that said that they will vote for him because he's black. They're gonna vote for him because he's black. There's a lot of people that say they would not vote for him because he's black. So where lies the difference?
I'm gonna have to say I don't see a difference
Mm-hmm.
because to me, voting in that way, you're not really facilitating change in the way of making sure policies and things are going to be made that's good for the majority.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about the rich majority. I'm talking about like closer to the whole. You
Mm-hmm.
can't make everybody happy. We know this. But the majority of people in America solve issues like um, make it easier for the American people to get rid of the hateful people that are judges and police officers and whatever other positions that hold authority over people's lives.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, when we actually, make reports, we ain't got to go through a 5-year period before we can finally get them out, and by that point, they can just retire because they're up for reelection,
Mm-hmm.
and so on and so on. So be that a Chinese person, a black person, indigenous, and so on and so on. I don't care about the person's race.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what they can do and what they're going and what they're about. Like I'm not into all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
If I had the choice between even someone in my family, my indigenous family, and let's say a Chinese person, or just throwing that out there, because I know most people that there's a huge debate that all Chinese people are communist or whatever nonsense. You know, if the person in my family doesn't really know what policies are, doesn't look at the economy and things of that nature, I'm not going to vote for them
Good.
because the other person shows that they can.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna make it interesting for Thanksgiving dinner though. If you ain't vote for your
Well,
family
that's on them. They need to learn more.
it's gonna be very interesting. Let me go to Captain Leonard. You back with us, brother?
Good morning, Raheem, in the Morning Glow family.
Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing just fine.
In the society in which we live in, Leonard, and we got another question. This is not our question today. We're gonna get to the other one in just a minute or two. But in the society in which we live in today, do you think had Barack Obama been of a skin tone of a Bernie Mac, do you think they would have voted him as president of the United States of America?
I don't know what you're talking about. Obama won, right?
Mm-hmm. No, that's listen to my question. I say, had he not looked fair skinned like he was, if he was a darker skinned individual, do you think they would have still voted for him as president of the United States of America, or would it have made a difference?
I think they still would have voted for him
Okay. You think so?
because he was a compelling individual.
Mm.
He was a decent enough person. He appeared decent. He provided a decent platform. He definitely had an excellent character, and he appealed to a huge demographic of individuals in America.
Okay.
That's how he won.
Does Tim Scott have those same attributes?
No. Tim
Some-
Scott is a completely different individual.
I know they're different individuals, but some people would differ. Excuse me. Some people would say that
But-
Tim Scott has those same attributes. That's what some would say. Address that.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't appeal to me that way. He has a completely different agenda that is more against my values than any other candidate on the other side of the coin.
What's the difference?
So first you got to jump over policy and everything else, and then figure out, do you still like him?
Wow.
See, I don't peg all black people as being ignorant either.
Who said that?
Well, I don't know what somebody has said. I just joined.
Okay.
But I don't peg all black people as ignorant enough to vote for Tim Scott because he's black.
Okay.
Because they're going to check out. They know why he's black, but they don't know what he stands for.
Yeah.
So they'll find out what he stands for. And the fact that he's standing on the opposite side of the majority of African American values, and he has chosen to side with the oppressor. Most black people won't vote for him.
Ryan, do you agree with that?
That Tim Scott does not speak to the majority like Obama did?
Yes.
Absolutely. Tim Scott is more hardcore conservative, wants, certain things that the majority of people that look like him would disagree with, I think.
With that being said, Ryan, would it be just if some people in our community address him as a quote unquote sellout?
I don't agree with calling anybody a sellout or Uncle Tom just because they don't think like you. That's backwards. I think that takes away from conversation. And the only way, and I know talk is talk, and people say talk is cheap, but talk, if you have the right conversations. Whatever label you want, because it doesn't always have to be a color that's a sellout, right? If you discredit line, you don't have conversation, you're missing parts. Go ahead.
No. Your phone is skipping a little bit. Am I the only one hearing that? Did y'all hear the skipping? Tucson, do you hear that skipping?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Tucson, coming to you next. Go ahead. It may be where you are right now, Ryan, but it's skipping. It's skipping kind of bad. I can kind of make out what you're saying, but it is skipping. Oh, we just lost him. Hopefully, there we go. Hopefully that's better. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. I was just switching to my Wi-Fi. I'm up in my office. It's kind of bad signal up here. Anyway.
Yeah, that's better.
But yeah, I think that's the big hit or miss between a lot of conservatives and Democrats, is, if they both work together, then they're working for the people and we have less problems. That's what they've forgotten, that they work for us. And if we start discrediting people by labeling them as an Uncle Tom or a sellout or whatever you want to call it, you're missing half of the conversation, because not everybody thinks exactly the same. And if you don't have constructive conversation, you're missing out. You can't just be one-sided. It doesn't work that way, because if you're one-sided and you're not tuning in onto how somebody else feels, like we got 50% of the country that likes Trump. 50% of the country that don't. Where's the common ground? You have to find it somewhere. Because if you don't have conversations and you just get mad and get in your feelings about something, you're missing out. Because we have a lot of things to offer each, and that's the whole point in having that constructive dialogue, in my opinion.
Wow, good deal, good deal. Toussaint, talk to me, brother. What do you say to that? Do you think that and let's go back to this part where we talked about some people voted for Obama because he was black, and other people would not vote for him because he was black. And that's the divide I think that Ryan is talking about right now. Speak on that, Toussaint, if you don't mind.
Well, I remember when he was the right kind of, excuse my verbiage, right kind of black dude. He was sharp and smooth. He knew how to conduct himself. He didn't have no kind of, his wife, his family. He was a family man. He wouldn't say things ignorant. He wouldn't fly off the handle. He would dance. He would sing. He had even a sense of spirituality about himself. He broke out in Amazing Grace. Who does that? Wait a minute. Wait. It made everybody like, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. It was like almost a good meal that you had everything that you wanted in it, even if you didn't look like him. So he was, and on the other hand, what is it, Tim Scott?
Tim Scott, yes.
Just because a person has a skin color, don't make him a Jew. Stop it.
Wow.
You got to be a Jew to be a Jew. And this guy ain't a Jew. I'm just using the Jew because we talking about whether he's black or not. I don't think he's black at all. He forgot. He forgot. Obama was at least trying to remember, even though he was not necessarily, he hadn't all the ingredients. He had something else going on. Just mix with the heritage and some other stuff. But man, he had charisma. Man, this guy was smooth.
Yeah, it was
so
smooth.
Even the dude on the block was like, man, come on now. And even the religious people, they was like, oh, wow, amazing. They threw all of that out at the society, at America. And just like anything else, we fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Yes, sir.
It was finally a need for a change. And we wanted it. And we saw it. Because he couldn't mess up no matter not much more than the rest of the presidents that succeeded him that were not African American or whatever he was. And the only thing they could come up with that I knew of, they tried to say, oh, he's not an American at all. And guess who did that?
Oh,
the following president, which I don't know what he is, besides a crook.
Lord,
I remember. I know my time is up. I had two incidents when Obama first became president. They had some guys at work, and I said, you know what? We're gonna have a barbecue on the front lawn. I said this. They got mad at me, and I said we're gonna need some people to take it. I said, so this guy, I knew he was Caucasian. I said, we're gonna need a chauffeur. You don't mind?
Lord,
you don't mind driving? And then I remember our manager was like, he was kind of like Tim Cruz, and he was saying, "Help a brother out." And one of the guys said, "What brother?"
Lord Jesus, Toussaint.
I'll go.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
There you go. Leonard, I'm coming to you, Leonard, and I'm gonna read you a couple of things that's coming across on TikTok.
Yes, sir.
And I want you to address it. This is Shelby T. I had to get close so I could see the screen. Shelby T. He said, Trump walks on water. Say you can't vote Dems just because, he mean Democrats, just because want something. I'm reading it the way he put it on. Want something free, which they never give you. Democrats say one thing, and these are different comments. Democrats say one thing and do another. Next comment. What you got in the last 40 years from Democrats? Name something. Leonard?
Well, people who got diabetes got lower costs for insulin, the drug that they need to live. That was one of the things that the senator from Georgia was big about.
Mm-hmm.
The Democrats have put in place things to protect workers in America. They've also provided lots and several different programs for education to educate people, whether or not they had money or not.
Mm-hmm.
They also trying to reinforce and make sure that the Social Security safety net is not completely destroyed by corporate wealth and greed. Some of the basic values that Americans have through voting Democrat, we would not have if we were strictly Republican. Look at the House of Representatives right now. It's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all of the policies that the Democratic side put up against those policies that the Republicans put up. It's clearly a difference in both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Most people who say, well, what happened? What this happened? That happened. We had Hate Crimes Prevention Act, for instance. That happened. That was part of a civil rights agenda. All these things that happen, and you don't even know about it because you don't even get involved until it's time to vote. And then you come out and you say the same stupid stuff you've said year after year after year after year. It's like selling somebody a house and then you get to the property and ain't nothing built.
Wow.
See, instead of trying to cheat the people, you have to work with people to show them the value that they have and the part that they have and what's for them. And the people who seem to not be able to do that are the people on the Republican side. Had you watched the last debate, they all seem like fools. The most rational one seems to be the guy with the experience that knows the difference between you can't alienate everybody, you have to build something for everyone. Is the guy that was the governor? He's still governor. I'm not sure. In Jersey, what's the big guy's name? It's my tongue.
Christie.
Yeah, Christie. Christie is the only one over there sounding like he has a decent enough agenda and plan for the majority of Americans. Had it not been for Christie's former alliance and things with Trump, he would probably make a very decent candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Just simply because of how he answers questions and his approach to things. All these other warmongering fools, we need to show them who's boss. We need to get rid of them for good. We need to kill all. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
And you sound ridiculous when you talk like that. And then you got your boy Scott that you were talking about earlier. Well, we need to get back to the Christian and the soul. And you have no soul, Negro.
Wow.
Don't know a story. He don't went and rehearse the story to tell people, but we're not ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
Black people aren't ignorant like that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So his appeal comes from something in his imagination, what black folks want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And the Republicans believe him enough to believe that will bring black votes. But half the black folks that vote Republican ain't voting for Scott.
Yep. Exactly.
So that shows you that don't work.
Mm-hmm. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Cassandra, what's on your heart? We've got a lot going on this morning. We're ready to transition over to our main topic of the day. We hadn't got there yet, but we're about to go there. But Cassandra, what's on your heart? this whole voting situation. And did you hear what I said about what the person on TikTok said? Say Trump could walk on water. Say Democrats ain't giving you nothing. Name something that the Democrats has done for you in the last 40 years.
Okay. And what is the question? Because I don't, to me, that doesn't even dignify an answer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for the poor and for people of color, the Democrats have done, I almost said something, a whole lot over the last 40 years compared to the other group. And I'm not even going to call them out, but they know who they are. Because when it's all about capitalism, I got no problem. We need a system where the money is being made and people are being blessed by whatever is being done in the country. It's when it comes to technology
Mm-hmm.
and that type of thing. But let's be honest. How many of the Republican plans have ever been a blessing to poor people, seniors, and people of color?
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting.
And let's not forget disabled people.
Yeah. Let's make sure we get them in there. So any group that does not, and I've said this 1,000 times on this show, any group that does not support helping those that are less fortunate, and they say that they are for the people, you a lying wonder.
Wow.
Because if you for me, why would you do anything that would hurt me? Why would you do anything that would put me in a worse condition rather than bettering my condition?
Mm-hmm.
And I have seen no Republican agenda that has bettered people that need it. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me, my opinion.
Good deal. Let me go to our who I got somebody just called. I think let me see. Let's see who I get. Teresa. Let me go to Teresa, and I'm gonna go to Willa. Teresa, what's on your heart? Teresa, you there? All right, we'll come back.
I'm here, but come back to me.
Okay, good deal. Willa.
Good morning, Raheem. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing this morning? Hey, doing good. What's on your heart? And I want to ask you, and I'm gonna go back to another. First, what's on your heart about what we're talking about? Then I'm gonna go back to another question I asked earlier. You may even address it in what you're saying. Go ahead.
You know, first of all, they was looking for a speaker for the House. I think we found them. We got Leonard. He needs to go in. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
We need to vote Leonard in. And also, a house that's divided will not stand.
Yes.
You know, you talk about the Republicans and the Democrats. You know, we can always find some kind of fault with either one of them. But you got to lean more toward what the Democrats have done.
Mm-hmm.
And the Republicans, they always fight against what the Democrats try to do for the people, not just for one particular group, but what they try to do is objective for everybody. But when you got the Republicans who always trying to hoard on the money, especially the money and the power, I mean, what do they expect people to do?
Mm-hmm.
That's just what's on my heart right now, right? Because I'm definitely, it's got to get better before it get worse. But, you know, hey, and that ain't even a word.
Now, let me ask you this question. Had President Obama, had he been not a fair-skinned individual like he is, had he been more of a darker shade like a Bernie Mac, if he had he looked like Bernie Mac in that skin tone, do you think he still would have been president of the United States of America? Would they still have voted for him?
I don't. You know what? The fact that his skin color was just labeled Afro-American, whether it was light, dark, green, or purple,
mm-hmm.
he was the first one voted in.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I can only speak for me, Raheem. I looked at not only because there has been some color that ran for offices, as Georgia made us look really bad.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go back in, right? And I look at the intelligence. I look at the skills. I look at the resume. See, that's what I look at. Who I believe would be that best idea for the people, because that's what I am for. You know, I'm for the people. I don't care what color you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we've given other cultures an opportunity and chances. And let's try another culture. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So even with doing that, I had to still look at, okay, still I need to know where his mindset, his education, his moral thoughts, his thinking. You understand where I'm coming from? So I don't care what color, how dark he was or light he was. You know, maybe for some it did, but for me it didn't. And that's what's on my heart right here.
Good deal. Good deal. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Mr. Hicks, can you hear the divide even in this conversation in regards to this?
Yes, sir. It's but it's necessary. I think we forget that we need both sides, the left and the right. We need something that bears with the middle. Because conservative who want to conserve things without a flexibility to adapt to change, it's like the sister said there. You know, the Democratic Party has played on the emotions, at least put up a pretension that they care about us. But they really don't. But I guess, you know, when I hear, again, very difficult conversation, but necessary.
Yeah.
I think that you got to find some place in the middle. You need the innovations. For instance, now the conservatives who have been talking all these last 4 years since Trump about cancer culture and all that stuff, then all of a sudden this thing happened in Palestine and Gaza. They just can't understand how poor people and oppressed people all over the globe recognize that this is what's been going on all the way, all the while. Switching the narrative, you know, making like, sure, that was a bad thing, but it was an act. It was Hamas. It wasn't the people. It's a political party that Netanyahu and the Israeli put in power as a control opposition. So it's all part of their plan to be able to do this here. They want the land. So when the people all over the country, students and everything, rise up and say, look, wait, it's not fair, all of a sudden they want to take their jobs and cancel them. So it's hypocritical. Again, the conservatives and Republicans, hypocritical. Democrats, hypocritical. So the point is, my main point to keep my sanity is that I look at this thing in a spiritual sense and recognize that this is them. They're doing their thing. My thing is to get myself ready for this transition, ready for what's going to happen, because it can't stand. The house divided itself cannot stand. And I know the next president, whoever, I won't vote, but whoever the people select for the next president is the last one of these United States. Something after this year is going to be different.
Wow.
Because this, I mean, even now, all this time, they still call January 6th an insurrection. And you got to go back 2 years ago when I said I was always, because I'm military. It ain't no insurrection. You got to have guns. You got to be taking over. You got to be shooting folks. You got to be killing, bombing stuff, taking over the military, taking over the, you know, it's insurrection is a big word. But they played this. And now when they show the films now, and people still want to now say, yeah, they lied to us. They really try to whatever, it's not fair. They try to keep Trump out of the election. All this stuff is. But then again, hey, I'm not biased. I think that's my upgrowth. I grew up anti-political, anti-American. I'm un-American. You know the nation teaching.
Yeah.
I was soaked in that. You know, so I have to interview it from my perspective critically.
Absolutely. But hey, good deal.
I'm out of words, man.
Hey, I got you. Well, we're going to change the topic in just a second. I got a doozy we're going to talk about. But 508-924-3521 TikTok. I see you over there. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. Have a comment. criticism, whatever you have, give us a call. Let's talk about it. Let's get this thing started this morning. Shenavia.
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing?
Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Well, we all right. We all right. We got one more day and then we off for a few days. So I'm hanging in there.
There you go. There you go. What do you think about what we're talking about right now, man? And let me ask you the question. Had Barack Obama, President Obama, been a darker skinned person and not being fair skinned like he is, do you think America would have still voted him as the president of the United States of America, or with some biases has come into play?
If we want to keep it a buck, probably not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the heck that his wife got.
Yeah, yeah.
Just for being there.
Mm-hmm.
So more than likely not. Hey, Miss Cassandra.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. They gotta have their moment, y'all. They gotta have their moment.
So I mean, probably not, because whether we want to admit it or not, darker skinned men are still looked at as automatic threats. And so for a darker skinned man to be in one of the most powerful positions in the world, could America handle that? They couldn't even handle Obama, much less one of even a shade darker than him. And that's sad that in 2023 we're still there.
Yeah. Well, wow. Badger, I think you have some on your heart. Badger, what's on your heart, brother?
Yeah, I always laugh about this Republican versus Democrat thing because here's the truth of the matter. Every single one, pretty much all of them would agree when it's time to raise their paychecks. Pretty much all of them would agree if it's for something that would benefit them.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, you get into this debate of making sure certain things get changed and people are held accountable for where the money's going and stuff. With all the things I've been dealing with in Texas and getting to deal with politicians on both sides of the aisle, neither side's really that good. They speak a good game, for sure. But looking at who's voting for what on the actual bills that are becoming laws that we're having to deal with, that's a whole nother matter. And then a lot of times, a lot of things we're, pushing for or would like to see changed, most of the time it's the Democrats voting yeah, and the Republicans voting no.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand people want to take folks at, at the value of what they speak, want to trust them at their word. But when you start finding time to actually do the research and to look at the bills and to look at who voted yes or no, I really hope more people start doing that and actually pay attention, because that was the biggest eye-opening experience I had, is realizing that these people that say they're for veterans, people that say that they're for disabled and stuff, especially on the Republican side, are the first ones to vote no on bills.
Wow.
So
you're saying the Republicans is not for the people?
I mean, a lot of Democrats ain't either. So, however, I've seen more Democrats vote yes for the things that we have been fighting and want to see come to fruition.
Yes, fruition.
So, in this particular conversation and things like that, Democrats seem to be voting yes a lot more than Republicans are. So, take that for what it is.
Okay, good deal. Ryan, what do you say to that?
What part of it?
Come
on. So I remember a phrase that was written down a long time ago. Said political parties will be the destruction of this nation. Boy, has that borne fruit. Because, like I said earlier, these are two parties that are supposed to be working for the people. And they never agree unless it's something that we, the people, disagree on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think either side, just like Badger said, I'm going to jump on Team Badger right now. Neither side is worth a crap right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we need a change. This is why you got certain individuals dropping out of their parties. Both sides of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with this no more. I don't agree with this no more. Look at Kennedy. He's probably the last real Democrat left. And he's not even running as a Democrat. He's independent. So now people are shaking in their boots. What's going to happen? He's running as independent party. Well, that's going to give somebody on the left or the right extra votes. People are freaking out instead of trying to find a common ground to bridge the gap, which is what they should be spending our tax dollars doing while they up there on the hill arguing about BS. They need to be finding a way to bridge the gap to make this country affordable to live in again for us that live here.
Mm-hmm.
They messing things up for everybody, and that's both sides of the fence.
Wow. Wow.
Rich, middle class, poor, everybody is broke right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we can argue which side of the fence all you want to, but we all struggling the same. I don't know about you, but spending $1,500 a month to feed my family ain't working.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than my rent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Wow. 508-924-3521. I'm gonna go to Cassandra, then we're gonna switch the topic. Cassandra, what's on your heart?
Yeah, I guess I'm going with stick with what I've been saying. Look at the bills. Look at the things that helped in any kind of way, in the slightest way, that help poor, seniors, disabled, people of color. Just look at who has passed what. See, that's what I love about Badger. And yeah, you got bad on both sides. Don't get me wrong. I realize that. But when it comes to passing laws, who passes the most laws that actually help anybody and everybody? I'm waiting again. Mm-hmm. Which side? And Badger does a lot of research. He can say whatever you want on it. But what side, Badger, passes the most that benefit every and anybody?
He said Democrats.
Okay, so then I don't get it, and that's been that way for a long time. So it's not like all of a sudden. And Republicans, I still do not get their agenda, because the only way that I see, or the only people that I see their voting benefits are people with money, people that want it so bad they're almost willing to do anything to get money, and that is not the way a country should function. It is for the people, all the people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my thing. Tell me who, and I vote. My vote is strictly for people that I have looked at even if they change once they get in there, my vote was for them when they were saying, I'm going to help the poor. I'm going to help, because the Bible says the poor we have with us always. So if we are not supporting them, what the heck,
Mm-hmm.
that's the word. What the heck are we doing?
Absolutely. I'm going to switch up the topic real quick. Anybody have anything real quickly they want to say on this before we move on? Teresa, anything on your heart?
Can I make a point?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
I do believe that. I think Democratic Party was influenced by the French Revolution, which is was a more socialist kind of appeal to people. So sure, and the whole idea is to destroy this Constitution, this experiment. So they figured by if you bank the coffers, have the government give all this money to people and allow them, for instance, now through the COVID things, people make more money not going to work than going to work, which banks the coffers, which sets up what they want to do, ultimately destroy this nation. So you can't give people free stuff. I don't care who it is. You got to work. You don't work, you don't eat. That's basic principles. You can't just sit. Look what's happening in all the democratic cities now with all the California. All the poor people. They love poor people so much. They people on the street giving them syringes to shoot themselves up, giving them drugs. Now that's love. That's not taking care of poor people. That's not it.
Wow.
They're gonna be with us always. And I think what Jesus implied, the poor is going to be with us always. That means that they're going to be here because there are going to be people that don't want to work, people that want people to give them things, people that want what other people have. We see it in the animals. You got all them birds that ride on the hippo, eating off the hippo, the people that ride around big the fishes that swim around fishes to get their discard. There are people like that. There are people that don't want to work. That's the truth.
Cassandra, you was about to say something?
Yeah. Raheem, those small, that minute group of people that just don't want to work, yeah, we're going to always have them because they've always been around. But when you're talking about people wanting things free, then I'm one of those people because on my retirement, I can't afford to eat. Okay? I have illnesses, three diseases that cause me extreme pain that I can't work like I would want to work. So call me a freeloader, but guess what? I worked all my life. I'm 64. I worked all my life. From the time I was 12, I was actually working on jobs. So there was nothing freeloading about me. But now that I need help, I have no shame in getting the help that I need. So if I'm this dishonor to this country because I need help, then I'm a dishonor to this country. But I fight harder for people than most people do. So put me down on the list as the freeloader because I get assistance, I get food stamp assistance. Put me down because guess what? I would not be eating if I was not doing that. So, everybody has their opinion. But I know I've worked all my life hard, sometimes 2 jobs and paying taxes into the system.
Wow.
Yeah, I was speaking on a personal level.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. But that's you have to take when you're talking to people, you have to take into account that I'm a person. So when you say something and it affects me, then I'm a person. So you talking to me.
That's your feelings. I understand that. But facts are over feelings. Believe me. No,
bruh. The fact is that my feelings count.
Hold on, one at a time.
What I go through is my feeling about it.
I'm out of here.
Hold on.
I don't want to argue. You always had this thought out for me. I know that.
Hold on. Both of y'all hold on. Both of y'all hold on for a second. We're going to change the topic. And that episode that might go perfect with where we're going. I'm going to read something. And this is a post that a young lady put out. And I want to hear y'all hard on it. As a matter of fact, Cassandra, we're going to start it off with you. She says this. She said, I got married 6 months ago. I have a 7-year-old son who is by another man. He takes great care of his son. For Thanksgiving every year, I go to my mom's house. My son's father meets us there to eat dinner. This year, my husband told me either my son's father. No, hold on. I messed up. Let me start over. I got married 6 months ago. I have a 7-year-old son who is by another man. He takes great care of his son. For Thanksgiving every year, I go to my mom's house. My son's father always meets us there to eat dinner. This year, my husband told me to either tell my son's father that he cannot come to dinner, or neither my son or myself can go to my mother's house for Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know what to do. How can I best handle this situation? Now, keep in mind, I got married 6 months ago. I have a 7-year-old son by another man. This man is actually coming every year to Thanksgiving dinner. Cassandra, what is right and what is wrong about this?
I really can't answer that, Lee, because that's a personal choice. She has to make a decision. But for anybody to tell somebody that you ain't going because I ain't going because I don't want him to be there, you got issues beyond just a dinner. So I'm gonna leave that right there because that'll go into a whole nother thing. Okay, anytime you got something like that, you telling her to tell the ex-boyfriend, husband, whatever it is, who has traditionally been there, that he can't come and y'all can't go, or y'all can't go, then you got bigger issues to deal with. So I'm gonna leave that right there.
But now keep in mind, this is her husband of 6 months. This is her husband now.
I get it,
and so
I get it. I know what you're saying.
Is he wrong?
I know what you're saying. You're telling well, basically. The answer that most people would give is to tell the ex-husband that he can't come to the ex-husband. He can't.
No. The baby's father is the boyfriend. They were never married. Now she has a new husband.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But traditionally, he has always been there. All I'm saying is that's a choice she has to make. But for me, it'll be like, you may not be going, but me and my son are going, and I'm just. That's just me. That's a me decision because y'all know I'm different. I'm strange. I'm weird. So I would go, and then if he wanted to stay home and have dinner, or I make him dinner for the house, then you do that. But there's no way that I would tell him, my son's father, you can't come because my husband now says that he doesn't want you there for the dinner. Okay. I'm not doing that, but some people would. So congratulations, and that's all.
Okay, and I'm definitely doing this part of it, y'all. Bear with me. I'm definitely gonna be the question asker because I have a whole lot of questions asked. I know everybody got their own perspective, but I do have some questions asked. And my thing is this right here: even with that situation, if she say, "Well, we're going anyway," and the husband feel this kind of way, isn't that creating a divide in their home?
Raheem, there's already a divide because he's thinking, what is the problem with the other guy being there? They're not in relationship. She's married to you. It's your issue. It ain't his issue because he didn't say, the boyfriend didn't say, well, I ain't coming this year because your husband gonna be there. It's an individual decision. All I'm saying is for me, I would go. My son is going. And then whatever decision you make is fine. But to me, it's more of a control issue than anything else.
Wow.
I don't see the issue with it. But if, some people will see an issue with it. It's just personal. But what you would do.
But let me ask you this question. We're talking about the control issue. Isn't she also trying to control if she's trying to manipulate I don't know if I want to say manipulate or trying to have a situation where she's still. So what is the ex-boyfriend? He's an ex for a reason. So what is his purpose of being at Thanksgiving dinner with my new?
Because the family, he's done it for 7 years, obviously. He is a part of the family, obviously, and they respect him enough to not mind him coming and being in their presence, even though he's an ex. See, we got to see, if you're going to look at all of the dynamics. Obviously, her family doesn't have a problem with him being there because he's been there for whatever amount of years.
Wow.
Raheem, this is not a good question for me because people on here that are married long-term, never been divorced, and they've been with the same person, you will have a totally different view, I think. This is just me. From somebody that may have an ex. There's no problem with us. We get along fine. And he's still a major part of his son or his daughter's life and my family's life. I don't understand. But people who have been married a long time, never been divorced, I can see you having no, whatever. So it's just individual. Whatever that person decides is fine with me. I don't care.
Okay.
I really don't care. I'm secure, and I would be secure, and I've been secure enough in my marriage that I've been had my ex's ex-wives there, and we get along just fine. If there's a problem, there's a problem, but I've never had that problem. Their children come to whatever I'm doing. They've come to events that I've held, and there was never a problem. So it's just everybody's an individual. Okay. I'll leave that there. I don't want to say any more about it.
Okay. Well, no. I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna talk to a few more people. I'm gonna come back to you now. But let me go to Leonard. Leonard, what do you hear in this whole situation?
I got kind of confused. Is it the boyfriend insisting on somebody not be there, or the husband?
Well, the husband. Let me read it to you again. It says, this is the young lady writing this letter. I got married 6 months ago. I have a 7-year-old son who is by another man. He takes great care of his son. For Thanksgiving every year, I go to my mom's house. My son's father meets us there to eat dinner. This year, my husband told me to either tell my son's father that he cannot come to dinner, or neither my son or myself can go to my mother's for Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know what to do. How can I best handle this situation?
Oh, well, first of all, he can only make comments about what he don't want them to do. And we already said that boy was for the other man, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
So that's that other man's son.
Yeah.
And that's why you shouldn't, if y'all got them kind of problems now, y'all need to go and get a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to always be that other man's son, no matter what you claim, what you pay for, and what house you provide for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you can't tell nobody what to do at somebody else's house. You can only talk about your house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to me, it's not a big deal, especially if there's going to be confusion there. Go ahead to your mama house or what have you.
What is his purpose? Let me ask you, Leonard, again, I'm being a question to ask you, brother. So what is the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, I think X for a reason, but what is his purpose? There's no other place that he could go and eat Thanksgiving dinner. Why does he have to be there? I mean, he could get his son later. Huh?
Thank you. Thank you.
Because her mom and them make him feel comfortable. And we don't know how long these other people been together or what have you. But see, this is the issue. Somebody feeling what they do for the last 6 Thanksgivings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, my fault. They had just been married 6 months.
6 months,
yeah. So this is the first challenge.
This is the first Thanksgiving. This is the first Thanksgiving as a husband and wife. This is their first Thanksgiving as a husband and wife. Don't say how long they've been together, so I don't want to speculate on that part. Don't know how long they've been together. I know the son is 7 years old. But my thing is, what? And my question is this: but the boyfriend, where's his girlfriend? Why he can't go over her house?
But I don't have to ask all them questions because that ain't his business. It's not my business.
Mm-hmm.
But we gonna all go to Thanksgiving, and we gonna see how it work out. We're gonna see who really has the wrong intention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I can guarantee you, what's gonna happen is the insecure person gonna start showing out, and they're gonna get jumped on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how it used to go in my family.
This dude say he gonna get jumped on, Lord Jesus.
Because if you come in there acting any kind of way, you're gonna get jumped on.
Mm-hmm. That's
now, you can come here and you can sit and you can eat and you can enjoy your son, and you can leave after that if that's what you want to do. What you're not gonna do is go to somebody else's house and cause confusion and don't get checked.
See,
so this is the first standoff.
I see that so different, but then again, that's just my perspective on it. But let me go to who I say I'm gonna go to next. Teresa, what do you say to this? Teresa, you there? Teresa may be away for a second. Ryan, talk to me, brother.
This is a so
yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking about it, and nobody wants to sit. You have to excuse me. I got to park my lips, so it's a little loud for a second. I don't think anybody wants to sit at a dinner table and stare at somebody else who done had relations with a significant other.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want to call that a pride issue or an issue, it's an issue altogether, right? For instance, I can't stand my wife's ex-husband. She can't stand him either, so it helps. But I'm not finna be in the same room looking at this man who had relations with my wife for 7 years. He can stay over there in Texas by Badger. But I you know, it's as silly as that sounds, right? You have these thoughts and you can't control them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it don't matter how good he is to the kids, you still gonna have this thought process, and that's just something that some people deal with. Now, I have friends who have exes, and their exes still come around, and they'll have dinner every once in a while, but the current husband will go on ahead and find something else to do for the evening because they don't want to be there and cause that problem not only for the kids but for themselves and their wife.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like this is this is something one of them topics where I'm just kind of like, man, I don't really know what to say because I know I don't want to stare at somebody like that, but at the same time, I don't want to create a rift for my children or my stepchildren, if in this case, when they have a good relationship with their father. That's something I don't want to do. So I'm gonna probably find something else to do, or eat in another room.
So you, so you okay with basically you're okay with the situation. But my thing is this: why can't that father, the son's after Thanksgiving dinner, get his son and they go somewhere and they enjoy their father's son? You know, because I would never say not allow that father to be a part of his son's life. I would never say that. I would never say that. But my thing is, he don't have to be a part of his life at that moment.
Yeah, isn't that what most split households do?
Yeah,
you're gonna have Thanksgiving lunch with us and then go see your daddy. Just to avoid problems, right? You get them on the weekends. You can have them all summer. Isn't that what most of these families do, right?
Exactly. And so, you know, there's a lot tied into this thing right here. Badger, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me.
I guess I'm the kind of a weird one out of the bunch. Wouldn't bother me because the kid is more important than my pride and ego.
Is this right here based on your pride and your ego?
To me, that husband of 6 months that should have already known that the other male is very involved in that child's life. Yeah, in my honest opinion and how I feel and how I perceive this situation, the husband is very prideful and egocentric. He's putting his own stuff in front of that child's needs. So,
and she is not.
No.
Wow.
This is the kid.
So
this is for the kid. I don't care about how
perfectly fine. So she's perfectly fine with this man feeling as though he's disrespected. She's perfectly fine with the fact that her ex-boyfriend gonna want to be right there at the same table eating the same dinner with her and her new husband.
A weak man.
So it has nothing to do with weak man.
Yeah, it does.
She has
weak.
No. Say I can't let y'all say that because that has nothing. I don't think.
Hold on.
I don't think.
You're
Hold on. I do not think, like I say, and everybody think the way they want to think about it. And if that's the way y'all feel about it, I can't tell you how to feel. I can tell you how I feel. I don't feel as though he's a weak man. I feel as though he's trying to put some kind of boundaries and some kind of boundary between him and that situation or them and that situation. So moving forward is not going to be an issue. And it could very well be an issue moving forward because where does it stop? Where does it stop? Okay, what now you want to come to my house? Now you want to sleep in a room in my house because that's your son? Where does it stop? Somebody, there have to be a stopping block somewhere. And so what he's trying to do, I think what he's trying to do right now is put a stopping block right there so it does not get out of control. There's 6 months in, man. He got to stop that thing now or he never will. But go ahead.
So I'll continue saying the way I'm saying it. He married this woman knowing that there's another male involved with that child.
Wow. So he shouldn't have married her.
If he can't handle that male being a part of Thanksgiving or something of that nature and putting the need of that child before himself,
I'm trying to figure out why should he have to handle that another man. He shouldn't have to. He married her.
If he wants, if she wants to be married to an egocentric weak man, that's on her.
Man, y'all keep saying this man is weak. How could y'all say this man is weak, man? Because of the fact he's trying to
Because
understand.
if you
I
are
don't agree.
putting your
I don't
own
agree with that.
bull crap in front of the need of that child to be able to have a
Mhm.
relationship with his father, a good
No,
man
no,
who's
no,
doing the
no,
best he
no, no,
can
no,
to
no,
take
no, no,
care
no,
of
no, no.
them,
It was never said. It was never said that. It was not. Now you read. Now you add another thing into it. He never said that a man could not have a relationship with his son. He never said that. That was never in no part of this letter. No part of what she said has anything to do with him saying that this man cannot be a part of his child's life. What he's saying is he don't want this man to be at the dinner table with him while they're enjoying their Thanksgiving meal. Now
so you
y'all
come
point the
into
finger.
this
Hold on,
relationship.
brother. Hold on, Badger. Y'all pointing the finger. Y'all pointing the finger at this man. Talking about he's a weak man.
Mhm.
Talking about all these different
Weak
things. He's
man.
talking about all these different things. But my thing is this right here. If you're gonna point the finger at her, you cannot point the finger at her at him and say all the stuff about him and not deal with what she's saying, because she's allowing this. She's enabling this whole situation to go forward. She is enabling this situation to go forward because she's not taking a stance with her husband. It said
You know,
somewhere I read where it say where a man and woman come together, let no man come between, let nobody divide. And she's providing a source of divide between this her and her husband, and letting this man be involved in their relationship. And she needs to take a stance and stop that, because if she don't, it's gonna go out of control, which I think it already is. But go ahead.
I'm just gonna say it.
Yes. Hold on. Let Badger finish your thought. I'll come back to
I'm
you.
just
Leonard.
gonna say
Go
it
ahead.
this way. He knew the situation coming in, and
Wow.
if he can't handle it, maybe he should leave.
Just break up the home. Go on about your business. Wow. Go ahead, Leonard.
I'm that man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never would get involved with a woman with kids for this very reason.
And that's a choice. Yeah, absolutely.
And so I would recommend, because it can't be a problem with just one day. It's a problem with them other 364 days. It's a new relationship, and they're going to find out it's not going to work. She married the wrong man. She married the wrong man.
I don't see that.
A man that was more accepting of this type of family.
So she should have married a weaker man. It's not gonna take a stance. It's not gonna take a stance to
She
try to
should
do
have
what's right.
married a man
She should have married a
that
weaker
could
man.
handle the relationship between that boy and his father. You don't go into a relationship with a man like that and have kids.
So who's wrong in
by
this?
another man.
Who's wrong? Him for marrying her, or her for marrying him? Which one is wrong?
Well, it's not about who's wrong. They just
that's what you said.
They have a choice. Like I said, this is the first standoff. This may be the last one, because then if they sit down and talk about it, then maybe they could understand how to go forward. But families that have these issues go to court, and they get a third party to decide who has custody at that point on those holidays.
I wonder why is he the ex? Something had happened, because if it's been so great for him to be in your life for all this time and all these different events and these great holidays, if it was so great for him to be there, why is he an ex? What put him in the category of being an ex? Because something was not right with that relationship, and so she went on and found somebody else that she felt was better for her, to the point where when this man proposed to her, she said yes. So evidently something was right. Something was right. Hold on. Something was right. Something was right about what they have in this new relationship. Something was better, to the point where she said yes. They're not. She said ex-boyfriend. He's the father of the kid. They was never married. So evidently something was wrong. They divided. They're no longer together. So evidently something had to have been wrong with that relationship. And now she has somebody else that she said yes to and took on his last name. You can't respect this man. You can't respect this man enough to respect his honors, honor his what he wants.
Sit at home. She can sit at home with him and send the boy over to her mama house.
There you go.
However they decided, it's going to be something for their family to decide, not everybody else.
Hold right there. Go ahead. Finish your thought real quick.
Maybe on why hostility is there.
We got a lot of people that want to say something on this. Hold on, y'all. This is good. Let me go to a Navy. Navy, I know this is pegging at you. What's on your heart, sister? Navy, talk to me.
Honestly, it really ain't pegging at me, because I ain't got a dog in this fight. But I mean, I'm hearing the passion, if you will, from everyone. But main is I've only had the point of view from the child. Because I've been that kid. So therefore, I can't give. I haven't been. I'm not a wife yet. I haven't been in that position. I've definitely been the girlfriend of people that had children. And to be quite honest with you, everything that everyone is saying is from their perspective, from their point of view, from their experiences, and so forth and so on. Maybe even a little bit from the ego, because I'm hearing, oh, well, she should allow him to disrespect. I don't think these are conversations. If I'm just being completely honest, this is very much a conversation about expectations that should have been had before the marriage. When you were dating me, there was a child there that you knew that there was a son there. And that's a conversation that I've had to have with someone that I was dating, because what I did was I want the mother of your child to know who their child is going to be around. And then I have to have a real conversation with myself as in, can I handle this dynamic? Because they were great co-parents. And I would never, because I grew up in a broken home, I would never want to intervene myself and my ego, because I feel like if there is something still going on with y'all, I would have loved for my parents to be able to co-parent healthily without me feeling like I was in the middle of it. So I think that before we even get to Thanksgiving dinner, this is a real conversation that should have been had, and the expectations should have been made clear before we got to this point, before I asked you to marry me, before I accepted your proposal, before we walked down that aisle. These conversations need to take place before all of that. Because now that we have papers on each other, we're going to feel like that, and to some degree, again, both things can be true. The guy isn't wrong for how he's feeling. The woman isn't wrong for feeling like she's in the middle. But we're still forgetting about there's a kid on the other side of this, just like, well, hold up. Well, what did I do wrong? Because typically that's how children react. What did I do wrong to cause this? Because when something that has been consistent for 7 years in my life now changes, then what did I do wrong to cause that? So
amen.
Parts to this that we can't
got the
just
chilling
ignore.
Amen.
We really have to
Look at this
at
here.
all the sides of it, because we can't just look at one part of the puzzle and then just take that one part and make the entire puzzle off of a third of the pieces. So there's a lot of moving parts to this that we really have to take into consideration.
There's a lot of moving parts. Mr. Hicks, talk to me, sir. What do you hear?
Yes, sir. It's interesting, right? Because it just rings with one of my experience. I hear you laugh. Go, sister. I got married in 2020 in October. That Thanksgiving, I went to my new wife's family's dinner. And while I was there, we was all having a pretty time, doing something like this. And I started asking about who people were, right? And she pointed out this one guy. She said, what's his name? Which was ex-husband.
Wow.
And he was there because his daughter was a stepdaughter. And I weighed that. I looked at her. Didn't want to make a ruckus, but I felt like Ryan did. I don't know, in Jersey, Northern people, we just don't roll like that. It's like I guess a week. But I didn't raise real Sam, but I talked to her about manipulation. I thought it was manipulation. It showed me a piece of her character. We didn't know each other. It was one of my biggest errors of my life. But anyway, I jumped it without knowing it. The following Thanksgiving, 2021, I was going to go to see my daughter who lives in southern Georgia. But on the way to southern Georgia, where my oldest daughter lives, her mother, my first wife, lives there. And my second wife, my wife for 30 years, I was going to bypass her house, her state, her city to get there. So I went down, good trip, took pictures and stuff. But while I was there, my new wife, she was trying to catch me on the phone, I guess, Wi-Fi and stuff wasn't able to communicate. So when I got back, when I finally drove back home, I came back home that night. I drove back home, man. She was in a rage. I seen a whole part of her I never saw before. Man, her eyes was all blazing. She was running around cussing, and I just looked at her, and I went to grab my bag. I said, I'm out of here. I said, I'm out of here. And when I did, she grabbed me and broke down, started telling me some of the traumas she's had in her life, which sort of softened my little soft, weak heart. And I tallied for a while.
Yes,
to
sir.
Christmas.
Yes,
But
sir.
it was always, if another holiday come up, it's Christmas. My son, who had just completed a drug treatment program, and he needed somewhere to stay while he resituated himself. It was on an open conversation. She overheard. She went wild again. I had the same kind of personality. I just looked, didn't say anything. I was always used to a submissive woman. Both wives were Muslim, and this was a Christian. I was seeing a whole new gang here. Arrogance and a rebellion against authority, because I am the authority, in that sense. And so I packed my truck up. I got a few things I could. Most of my stuff's still there, and I left. Because I saw that this was a character defect, a flaw that's going to keep reoccurring. And it's like Leonard say, shoot, I own this here. I made the choice. I made a mistake.
Yeah.
But I don't live in mistakes. And I never have. I could change. And to me, I would never be in a room with another man that I know had sex with my wife. Because if he wives me, I don't have girlfriends. I have wives. So if he's in this room and he has sex with her, and I know that, I'm leaving, we're leaving. And if she want to stay, she can stay. And I'll pack my truck again because I'm weak like that.
Wow. Wow. Tucson, talk to me, brother. He said, I'm weak like that.
We know this. No, mercy. So I would say, man, you've been in it 6 months. Pull your pants back up. Stop trying to show your manlyhood and settle down. Because you're new at this thing. And if you don't settle down, pull your pants back up, you ain't gonna be in this marriage long. Because it's a child right there. It's evident that they've been intimate together because the results are right there. Family has made some ties with him because and he must have some kind of sense because for 7 years they keep inviting him. You better pull your pants back up. I'm just telling you, young man. I had when me and my confession.
Hey, Tucson, you got your window down in your car? You in your car? You got your window down? I hear a lot of background noise.
No, I'm outside.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So, now you got me.
Yeah.
My wife had 4 children there. I'm not mine. What do you think about that? What do I think about that? They're not mine. Somebody had with her. So I go to the house and all of a sudden, oh, that's my baby's daddy. And this guy comes up and he says, I was the best one. Well, what the heck am I doing here if you're the best one?
Yeah.
That's in my mind. Because you're not going to dictate my atmosphere. You're not going to uproot where I'm trying to go and get to. So I ain't got nothing to do with your conversation. I've been in several relationships, so I might as well throw this out there again. I got some kids and got 2 boys, and their mom got married again. When we go somewhere, like to one of the kids, we appreciate our children, and her new husband is there. Matter of fact, let me throw this out here for free, Raheem.
Throw it out there.
I had a job, and you know who gave me the job? Him.
What?
When it's time to pass the salad, you know what I do?
What's that?
Here you go, man. Here you go, man.
Wow.
If we want to ride together, I ain't studying that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. A lot of times, what we do is we try to, can I say it, Raheem?
Say it.
You're going to put me in the corner.
I got the corner waiting for you. Go ahead.
We try to pull out and try to see who got the biggest balls.
Go on in the corner, Tucson. Go ahead. On.
Especially when we knew in the when we're new in the relationship. When we're new in the relationship.
Lord
But
Jesus.
you ain't producing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Want me to go back further in the come in the wall in the corner?
Yes, sir.
I can.
Go. You
Because
go.
I have
You go.
I have sat in house where the new boyfriend is there with one of my. Look, man. As long as you don't bother my children, you'll never have a problem with me. But if you do something that I got a problem with between me and my kids, now we got issues. Other than that, man, I sit at the table, I pass Tyler. I had one that was waiting for a ride at work. And I said, man, you need a ride? And I take him for a ride and take him to his house. He said, drop me off right here. The next day at work, I said, you know what? I knew where you was going when I asked you if you wanted a ride, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take you to our house. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
We get personal.
Mm-hmm.
And we forget that, hey, if I'm new in something, evidently I should have found out what the circumstances are, everything involved. Otherwise, man, you're looking for problems already.
Mm.
That's just me right here. Everybody got, but a lot of people talk about stuff and they never experience.
Mm-hmm. So basically, what I'm hearing you say, basically what I'm hearing you say is there's no issue with him being there, the boyfriend being there.
Well, I think that here's the thing that she needs to do. That's between the relationship is between him and her, not the mom, her mom and dad, and the man. I think this is just me. Since it's her new husband, maybe she should have came to him and asked him how he feels about that situation, and then make a call.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Charles.
She said, "Here, look, honey, baby, whatever you want to call me. I know that you see that for the last Thanksgiving, my ex-boyfriend was there. How do you feel about that? And what do you think that we need to do?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you need to get in that kitchen. I think you need to get in that kitchen and rattle some pots. That's what I think. I think you need to get in that kitchen to make some pots rattle. And we're gonna eat right here. Charles, Charles, good morning. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
What's going on? What's happening? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yes, sir. Good to have you back, brother. Good to have you back. You came on a doozy.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me. What do you hear in this whole situation?
Yeah, man. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I lived the situation, and one of my baby mamas is married to a preacher, and the other one is the boyfriend of a deacon. But the one with the preacher, I got 3 kids by. In the beginning, he didn't want me coming to none of the Christmas, Thanksgiving, none of that stuff. And I've been tight. I got 8 kids, and I'm tight with all of them. And even before I was dating the mamas, during the holidays, me and the family, we played horseshoe, shoot pool, and even after her, we still was tight. So the husband, he didn't like our relationship. He didn't like my relationship with the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he couldn't. He didn't like our relationship. So I started going to him. And I told all my baby mamas, and that particular one, my ex-girlfriend's dad told the husband, "Hey, this is my house. If you don't like Boone coming to the house for Thanksgiving and Christmas or whatever, then you the one shouldn't come here." And he said, "I ain't got no problem with you, but you don't pay the bills in this house, and you can't tell who to come here or whatever." So as time went on, my ex was hot with me anyway, because I moved on, and I'm this sharp old pretty boy, green-eyed dude, that had all the women back in the day. And these dudes, they was kind of jealous of that anyway. But my thing was, I'm like, "Dang, dude, you a deacon, you a preacher, and all y'all in the church every Sunday. Hey, what about this black thing about being a black man and a king in your kingdom?" And I'm a hammer at this. I want all of us to get along or pretend anyway. So, when we talking years now the preacher man got Parkinson's or whatever. And the other deacon dude, he kind of broke on down. So now me and my kid, my oldest daughter had Thanksgiving every year, and everybody, including my wife now, we all go, to this big thing that they had. We just had a birthday in Virginia. I'm in Florida right now. And everybody, all the husbands, the ex, and man, we talk, and it's like it should have been for the kids, even though it took a while to get here, but it was about them. What's the problem with the baby mama? Why you don't want Boone there? We know why you don't want me there, because you jealous. You got insecurity problem with you in your own relationship. Because even my wife now, I tell her, she got kids other than me. And her husband, ex-husband, is a preacher also. But he wasn't cool with me in the beginning. He didn't really dig me, but his kids would go back and tell him, like, we okay, we really cool and all this and that. And then he started coming around, and now me and him cool. Like, I don't mind him coming to the dinners and whatever. But now the only thing I would say, if I start seeing him sneaking around all the time, every time I'm not around at the cookout or whatever, and he's in my wife's face, then we might have a problem. But we don't have none of those issues. And I'm just glad that we all was able to come together as a family without that division for the kids.
Good deal.
And his daughter,
all right,
man, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good deal. We're going to keep this thing going. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call if you have a comment or anything. Say it again. Mute your line, Charles. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Teresa, are you back with us? Teresa, you there? Well,
I was just waiting my turn.
Come on, I need to hear you.
I want you to put your seatbelt on.
Oh,
Lord. I want to address the letter. A lot of people had said it. First of all, they've been together 6 months. He should have knew some things about the traditions of her household. That's on her. She didn't let him know. Obviously, she didn't, because they now have to discuss it. So now here's the deal. That father been a great father in that son's life. The mom and dad must love this guy to allow him to come to Thanksgiving dinner, because it was a relationship not only with you, but your family. So now your husband of 6 months can't dictate first somebody else's house. Now, if you don't like the man being over there, you stay at home. You stay at home, you keep your wife at home, and let the son go spend time with his father at Thanksgiving dinner. Now, you, on the other hand, daughter, whom you married, can't spend time with your parents, who probably got short lives in front of them than they do more so behind them. So that's the decision and choice now you made. Now get past that one. Because in my family, get ready, everybody knows, you come in this family, there's exes and ex-exes, all in our celebrations. We got a reunion that we do every third week in July. And when I tell you that there's ex-exes, girlfriends with the ex-husbands, and everybody else, we get together and we celebrate a great time. I even had this one young lady who was married to my nephew, who probably is still married to him. He has another girl. She comes and they all show up. And we have a great time. Now, your personal issue, that's outside our celebration. You deal with that later. But while we having a family reunion, we having a great time. So all those jealousies, that insecurity, if you can't let that go, you can't be a part of our family. You need to stay where you need peace at. Because in our family, we enjoy one another. Personal stuff we don't bring. So yeah, Raheem, it depends on you don't earn this world for a short time. Your wife wasn't no virgin when you married her. You got a problem with somebody sleeping with her? She had a problem with somebody sleeping with you. Come on now. Grow up. Come out of that. The security should be between you and your wife. And you were right. When the Bible says that nothing comes between it, it comes between because y'all don't let it. You don't let the pettiness, the immaturity. And like Leonard said, I don't like that kind of woman. That's not the woman I'm going to marry that has kids already. So he already set his boundaries and his limitations. Be honest with yourself. Don't get in somebody's life and think you're going to try to change that kind of ritual. So that's what's on my heart right now.
See, and what I'm hearing here, a lot of people are saying, not everybody, but a few people are saying that is his issue. So what is the consideration for him as her husband? Like you said, when two people come together as husband and wife, and let me do this before I even go there. Good morning, Mom. I see you looking over there, Mama. Love you dearly, baby. Just want to make sure I do my shout out. But my thing is this right here. He have no consideration in this situation at all, huh?
You know why it's his issue, Raheem? And I'm making quick, simple, and plain. First of all, it's not his house. The man was there, and he knew that it was another man there because he has a child by her. That meant that this man was going to be in this child's life and hers for the rest of their life. You're going to get to see him. So now you have to be as a man within yourself, get all that other mess out, because remember, he had 7 years before you got there. If he wanted her back, he had that opportunity. So don't let your mind get clogged up with mess. That's how the enemy works, Raheem. He puts that and he rips it down in your spirit. And now what you do, you nourish it by putting all other stupid thoughts in your head. Come on, get rid of that. And grow up. Grow up.
Can't the enemy be doing the same thing and making a divide between this because of the fact that he's allowing this lady to allow this other man to be involved in their relationship? Not saying that he can't be involved in his child life. I'm all about that. I'm all about that part of it. You know, he need to be a part. If that's his son, he need to be a part of his son's life. I agree with that 110%. Would never have me say anything against that. But at the same time, that's why the court system do have you drop the kid off at a certain place, blase, because it's, so you don't have these instances, if you will. He don't have to. Why does he have to be at Thanksgiving dinner for him to spend time with his son? He don't have to be there. He don't have to be there.
He always there. He was there before you got there.
That doesn't matter.
He was there before you got there. And
but I'm there now.
Tell him that was on her. But yeah, it is his issue because that was there before you got there.
So that means what you're saying. So my thing is right. So what you're saying, listen, Willa, listen, I understand that, but listen, my thing is right here. So because of the fact that they were together before I got there and they had a child before I got there, this man have to always be a part of everything that we do moving forward. No, he do not. I married you. I didn't marry you. Yes, I didn't marry you and him. I didn't marry. He did let him find his own wife. Let him find his own girlfriend, and they do what they do. Now he could be a part of his son's life. I'm never gonna speak against that. Never will I speak against that. But at the same time, he don't have to be that third wheel every time we do something. Why does he have to be a third wheel every time we do something? That don't seem right.
It's one day.
Raheem, this ain't your matter, is
it? No. Oh no.
One day.
But my thing. But that one day could be the seed of grow into something huge, though. That one day could be and I'm sure y'all have seen it. One instant could grow into something totally out of control. This one day could be and with them and with it being a situation where she had to write this letter, I wish I knew who wrote this letter. I wish I could bring her in and have her and her husband and maybe even the boyfriend to come in and comment on this, because this would be powerful. But my thing is this: I don't agree. I don't agree. I think that he need to find something else to do, and then after Thanksgiving, he don't need to be sitting at the table with the rest of the family.
Wow.
I don't think he need to be there. Why? Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's like what's the problem? Okay, it ain't gonna be maybe all day. You ain't got to sit in his lap.
I like I said, that's cute, but
it's more of an inner feeling. I mean, everybody's different. Evidently, everybody's different. But I think that it's more ego and pride and if reflecting on a past relationship rather than dictating another man's house. Now you got a bigger problem. Now you're setting yourself up for failure in the family because here's the dad saying, get wind of you trying to say, if he continues to come to the house, which I allow as a father, now here you are, been in the married to my daughter for 6 months, and you're gonna try to dictate what goes on in my house? Daughter, let me talk to my daughter. Let me talk to my daughter for a minute.
Okay, my thing is right here. We don't have to be there. I mean, we have Thanksgiving dinner at our house, at our husband and wife. We can have Thanksgiving dinner here at home.
Yeah.
We don't have if you feel so strongly that you really want him to be there, if you really want her ex to be there at your house, I can't tell you who to have at your house. That's your house. I can't tell you that. And nor am I gonna ever try to dictate who comes into your house, but at the same time, I can't control where I go. And so my wife and I, we're gonna stay here and we're gonna have our Thanksgiving dinner right here. We just won't be there this year.
But Raheem, I know that's it ain't my turn, but what I'm saying is now the dad comes back and asks his daughter, why weren't you there?
Because I was at home with my husband. He didn't want to come.
Oh, he that kind of fella? That would be my question to her. My daughter.
See, and the thing about it is
right here. And
the thing about it is this right here. See, for whatever reason, y'all don't want to see this part of it right here. Everybody is saying, everybody pointing the finger at the husband as being wrong. He's not wrong. He married your daughter. He gave your daughter his last name. He's not wrong in doing that. And so why do you have this ex person? Why are you so connected with this ex person? Is that the person that you wanted your daughter to marry? If so, I could get on about my business. So why are you so connected? Why are you so connected to him? Why are you so connected to him that he have to be a part of everything that we do moving forward? We're trying to move forward with our life. Why does he have to be a part of
Raheem,
yes.
I know I'm out of time. But Raheem,
yes,
it's the relationship between the parents and the young man.
Okay, then good. Then y'all have that relationship over there. Me and my wife gonna stay at home. That's fine. I have no problem with that. We're not coming.
Now you're separating the father and the daughter.
But in the boyfriend, see, y'all don't see the manipulation that he's playing, or like I said, I'm trying to stay within the confines of the words that's on the page. But my thing is right here: you are giving the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, so much power. But y'all don't want to see how much power y'all are giving him against the relationship that we're trying to move forward with. For whatever reason, y'all don't see that part. Y'all are making him the dictator. Y'all are making him the dictator, where he's actually able to dictate everything that's moving forward, and y'all are letting him play right into y'all hand, and y'all are giving him that power. He's an ex for a reason. He's an ex for a reason. Yes, he's an ex for a reason. Yes.
Can I? Yeah, this is Teresa coming back.
Okay.
We're talking about a holiday celebration so that everybody comes to the table to eat. What about the unification of that? Just showing family all the way around. Because the truth is, and this is when we get into blended families, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blended families. So it's not, I don't think it's taken away from, I guess it's I don't recall you saying, I don't know if the husband actually has a problem with the man being there.
Yeah. Let me hold on, Teresa, let me read the letter for you. I'm gonna read the letter for you one more time. This is what the letter says. I got married 6 months ago. I have a 7-year-old son who is by another man. He takes great care of his son. For Thanksgiving every year, I go to my mom's house. My son's father always meets us there to eat dinner. This year, my husband told me to either tell my son's father that he cannot come to dinner, or either my son or myself can go to my mom's for Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know what to do. How do I best handle this situation?
So the husband won't be gone.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what he feels, but they need to figure out. They do need to talk about that and figure out how this is going to go going forward. And does the husband have some kind of insecurities?
See, y'all keep saying it's this man's insecurity. No. See, y'all keep saying this man's insecurity, but y'all not seeing that this man is trying to set boundaries for his relationship and his family. Why do he have to be insecure and trying to set boundaries? This man is an ex for a reason. And so why is it so important? So
not the baby. I guess that's where I'm at with keeping families together.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, I think I'm probably looking more at the child, something he's been doing for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And now you want to break it out just because mama now has a new husband.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm looking at from and it's one day. We're not talking every Sunday dinner.
Okay, so it's one day. It's Thanksgiving. Now what's gonna happen during Christmas? He gonna be there during Christmas. Now what's gonna happen during Easter? He gonna be there during Easter. What's gonna happen during all the other holidays where people come together? All the reunions and stuff that we have. Is he gonna be there too? So you saying every time that there's a function, I have to sit here and deal with the fact that this ex-boyfriend is there because of the fact that y'all have a child together. Now have him to take his son, be a part of his son's life, be in his life. I wholeheartedly agree. But my thing is, when does it stop? Where's the boundaries? What do you set the boundaries? There are none right now. And everybody is saying that, this man is insecure. No, he's trying to set boundaries. Okay, he's setting
the boundaries on Thanksgiving, though. Okay,
Thanksgiving,
cool.
Christmas, Easter.
I think he and his wife need to figure that out. I think it's going to be between the two of them, but it also goes again. I see too many families who do the blended, and it works well.
Mm-hmm,
it's something else that's not is there that he is like, set the boundaries, put your foot down. All right, be the man, whatever. But at the same time, what are you really doing this for?
Mm-hmm.
Just to set the boundaries and show you in charge? Them days over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Why my whole issue, Teresa, is why is he even there? What's his purpose of being there? If you're gonna say that his purpose of being there is being with his son, he don't have to be at that house at that time to be with his son. They could go afterwards. They could go after dinner. Why does he have to be at the table?
At our home for Thanksgiving, everybody come. We don't have you got the exes and all that coming. So I guess that's probably why it doesn't bother me so much, because I've seen it and it works. It's not a big deal.
But in this situation,
but to your point, if the husband has a problem with it, she has to go by what he says.
Yes, exactly.
Because they don't go, or
Because my thing is
to make him feel comfortable.
And that's my whole point. My whole point is right here. For the wife, where are your loyalties? Is your loyalties to your husband or to your ex-boyfriend? Where are your loyalties? And she's not sure. And my thing is right now, she's so. If hold on, because I'm coming to you. My thing is this right here. If where's the loyalties? Right now, it seems as though she's showing her loyalties to her ex-boyfriend and not to her husband. Because if my wife feels some kind of way, I'm gonna do what it is to make my wife feel better, regardless of what it is. My loyalties is to my wife. I'm gonna make sure that she's comfortable with whatever the situation is. If it means that we can't go, because I want to make sure my loyalties is to her. And so I'm gonna concentrate and I'm gonna focus on her. Baby, how do you feel about that? You don't want to go? Okay, don't worry about it. We ain't gotta go. We'll stay here. And she's the same way with me. So my thing is, where's his wife's loyalty?
I would agree with that.
Yeah, where's the loyalties? Her loyalty and the family loyalty is to this ex-boyfriend. He's an ex for a reason. If I'm your husband, we've made this. We've come together and joined together as husband and wife. Your loyalty should be to me. And if it's not, then we have a bigger problem than this letter. Go ahead, Curtis.
I'm sorry, brother. I had a hard night last night. So I'm sorry I'm a little late to the party, but we can dress this up any number of ways. But we speak in loyalty from a one-sided perspective. That's what I'm hearing, because I'm just chiming in late. But once again, here we go with this male machismo thing.
Wow. Has nothing to do with
right.
Yep. Nope.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, if that's all y'all see, then y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. Go ahead.
Let me finish, Raheem. Let me finish.
Yep.
Although my point is different from yours, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Y'all talking to somebody who lived that. I lived that. Not this something I dreamed about. I lived that. My wife now, my present wife now, was married before me. Now, he don't come to every function. But in my mind and in my heart, this is this man's kids. This man had a relationship with this family way before I ever came in the picture. This man literally, when my wife's now father got sick to the point that he could not walk, literally would pick this man up and carry him to different places in the house so that he could eat, so that he could bathe. So there's things that this man did for this family that I have not had the chance to do. And I don't honestly know if I would have been the person to do it. This man has earned the right to be a part of this family. Now, you are right in saying, well, I'll just stay home. You're right in saying that. However, in my opinion, you are not right in telling your wife that she cannot go and be with her family. Unless there's a proverbial thought, and you're not right even then. It sounds like there's a proverbial thought, or there's an idea that there's a chance that this man will reconnect with his ex. Because I hear you saying he's an ex for a reason. That could be right. What if he's an ex? Because what if he's an ex because he chose to start jumping over the fence? You running around here, you racking your brain about what might be. And what he really wants is you, not her. How about that?
Wow.
Or what if he's an ex because, what if he's an ex because she blew it? And he don't want nothing else to do with her. But you know what? I've been in this family long enough. I'm going to do right.
If he don't want anything to do with
kids,
if he don't want anything to do with her, then he don't want anything to do with her.
Family.
If he don't want if he don't want anything to do with her, Curtis, then he don't want nothing to do with her. So what is his? My whole thing is, what is his whole purpose of being there? What is his whole purpose of being at the table?
Connected to the family, Raheem. That's what you're missing.
No, I'm not missing. I'm not missing that. So basically, what you're saying is, there's no other place in this whole world, as big as this world is, that he could go on Thanksgiving except to that place at that particular house. He's not connected to anybody else. He's not connected to anybody.
Raheem,
He don't have a girlfriend.
Raheem,
he don't have nothing. He don't have nothing going on in his life. No,
to you, brother, not only as your brother, but I'm speaking to you as your brother, your little brother, who is actually living the experience Curtis, now as we speak.
Your situation is totally different. You know, you told me what your situation, and I understand your situation. But my thing is, we putting all these extra things into this. I'm reading the words that's on the page. That's all I'm reading. That's all I have to go by. I don't know these people. I'm reading the words. Listen to me. I'm reading the words that's on the page, and the words is on the page. Now, what? And y'all putting all these what if he's an ex because he should go upside her head? Y'all putting all these what ifs out there. You talking about jumping the fence and all the other things. What if he's an ex because he should go upside her head?
Raheem, what you don't know is,
I mean, y'all putting the what if. See, when I put a what if out there, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Y'all, you just put the what ifs, jumping the fence, and all the other things.
Raheem, if he was going upside her head, no real father would even have him at the table. If he was going upside her head, now think about it. You're a father. If he was going upside her head, you would not have this fool at the table.
Oh, now he's a fool. Wow.
No, listen. If he was going upside her head, he's a fool. To even go, look, if you beating on a woman, Curtis. You got to have elephant.
Curtis.
Raheem, you just don't realize what you're doing, man. I love you to death, but you don't realize what you're doing. What you're doing is
I'm being a question asker, bro.
You're trumping us right now. The same thing that you saying we're adding. You added in a whole bunch of stuff to go with
Curtis,
it.
I added after y'all had already added all your hypotheticals. I just added one. I didn't add nothing to the whole conversation. I just added one at the end of the conversation. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Now, my thing is, I listened to everybody put all your hypotheticals on there. Blah, blah. I didn't say a word about any hypotheticals. I just added one. I added one hypothetical after everybody added all their hypotheticals, and now I'm being a bad guy. Ain't that something?
Nobody's saying you being a bad guy. We're just saying that we don't agree with you.
Okay, you don't have to.
At the
You don't have
end of
to.
the day, at the end of the day, for me to tell these kids, right, and for me to say to that family that their daughter is not going to be here because I say so, because I'm uncomfortable.
Again, I asked
The
the
first
question.
thing that I would think as a parent
Wrap it up, Curtis.
of the daughter
Mm-hmm.
is I would pull you up and be like, hey, bro, I don't mean no harm, but we don't do disrespect around here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make you understand that first and foremost. We don't do disrespect around here. And if that man was to disrespect you in front of us, I'd be the first one to go upside his noggin.
Mm-hmm. Okay, stay right there. We
So
gotta keep Curtis. Got to keep it moving. Got to keep Curtis. We gotta keep it moving, brother. Got to keep it moving. We already at 10. We already over. I knew it was gonna go over a little bit, but I didn't know it was gonna go over like this. Well, my thing is this right here. I'm just asking the question: where are the loyalties? If your husband and wife, your loyalty should be with your husband or to your wife, not to this ex that's over here. Now you paint it all up, all kind of way you want to say it. He's this insecurity, all this stuff. All that's good. Everybody got the opinion, and that's what it is, opinions. But my thing is this right here: the loyalty should be with the husband, between the husband and the wife. And if you want to spend time with this son, anybody, hold on, brother. Even a fool would say that he have the right to spend time with his child. Even a fool would say that with no rational reason would understand that. That's not even an issue. But my thing is, it don't have to be at that time, at that table, Thanksgiving, Christmas, family, whatever. So where's the loyalty? Go ahead, Tucson. What's on your heart, brother?
I'm just listening to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I'm really listening.
Mm-hmm.
But when people, let me throw some other confession up. My mama told me one time, she says, Donald Ray, quit introducing me to these women. She says, because I fall in love with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when family joins together, especially for a period of time, they grow a bond. And here you are, new on the block, and you're trying to disrupt everybody in the family because you knew. Mm-hmm. You know who's going to be the first one out? You're going to be the first one out.
Mm-hmm.
Because family's first.
Mm-hmm.
And in this society we live in, a lot of families are, how you call that? Just, you got multiple relationships that just tied in. And that's just what it is. And if you're not willing to accept that, you get married. Blended. Thank you. We got a lot of blended families. And if you're not ready to prepare yourself for a blended family, you're going to be single the rest of your life.
No. I don't know if I agree with that one, but you
you're finna get a divorce. I tell you that, because soon as the father figures that you are trying to manipulate or talk to his daughter about some things that have been going on in his house for years and years and years, I would call my daughter off to the side and I have a serious conversation with her and examine your decision.
See, my thing is this right here. Everybody's taking sides of the boyfriend, and the boyfriend can't do no wrong. The boyfriend is absolutely right. But my thing is, what if he's just manipulating the whole situation and he knows what he's doing? And he's taking that stance about, I'm gonna keep going there because I know it's gonna cause disruption between you and your husband. What if that's his thought? We doing hypotheticals, so let's do a couple of hypotheticals. What if he's just a manipulator? What if he does have other places that he could go and he can have an opportunity where he can get with his son later on and do these different things, but he just wants to be there because of the fact that I know I can do that. I can come between y'all in that way. And I can keep digging this wedge deeper and deeper into it as long as I can, as often as I want to. What if that's his motivation?
So that's a hypothetical, and
yes,
I didn't even take the other one as hypothetical because you stated that it was the husband. It states in the thing that the husband saying that you got to make a decision, either going or not going. But this hypothetical of him manipulating that, I'm still stuck on, he was there as family before. He's family still now, and he was there before, and that should have been something that they should have realized too when they were dating.
Oh,
Huh?
Oh no, somebody said something. Oh, no. Somebody, huh? Say it again. Somebody said something. I can't hear you. What'd you say? Okay.
There was somebody else talking.
Yeah, somebody else was saying something. Go ahead, Teresa.
Yeah, I was just basically saying I'm not, just feeling that hypothetical. If he's manipulating, someone should be able to see through that, and the woman and the husband. And
wow,
I didn't get that from the letter. Let me say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get manipulation from the letter. I got basically the husband doesn't want to now, after being married a year, he doesn't want to be there with the ex on Thanksgiving, which don't make any sense, because if the baby's 7 years old and this has been something that they've been doing, he should have already addressed that before they got married. So I'm just kind of still not.
No.
I don't still see that.
The child is 7 years old, but they only been married for 6 months. So this could very well be the first Thanksgiving that they had together as husband and wife, and so he feels some kind of way.
But as husband and wife, but they had to date before then. Hopefully,
maybe now. A lot of time, maybe because, and again, hypothetically, I'm just throwing some stuff out there. Maybe he didn't feel as though he could do that because he was not her wife and he didn't have any say so in that matter. But now that he's a husband, he say, well, look at baby, I feel some kind of way, about old Johnny being here, man. Why is Johnny here? Now I'm your husband. We're not boyfriend girlfriend no more. We've taken this thing to a whole different level. Now we're husband and wife, and I really don't feel comfortable with him being there.
Okay, I'm gonna let somebody else talk on that, because I think I still feel the same way. If family is family, if there's manipulation, somebody will know. However, I think the husband, at some point, the husband and the boyfriend might have to have a conversation if that's the way he's really feeling. But to your point, loyalty is to the husband and the wife always.
Yes.
However,
exactly.
This is 7 years before you got there.
No, but see,
7 years before you got there.
But again, he's only been a husband for 6 months. 6 months. He's been a husband for 6 months. That's it. And maybe now that he's a husband,
he dated her a year at least. Hopefully.
No. We guessing. We're guessing now. We're guessing.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we're guessing. We're guessing.
Yeah. Okay.
Right now,
right,
when we say that, we're guessing. Boy, this is
Raheem.
This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good.
Raheem.
Yes.
So this is something where I think there's, or at least how I feel about it. In a house, I feel loyalty to God is first, your children second, and
God
then
said-
your spouse.
God said, "What I bring together, let no man separate or come between."
So, with that being said,
That's what God said.
well, a husband can separate a wife from having a connection with God, depending on how toxic he is.
No. See,
So
see,
let's not go there.
Now you're dancing. It says what I bring together as husband and wife. Now you add the family and all that stuff.
No,
It say when a man,
we'll go the route you're going.
when a man get a wife, when a man get a wife, they cleave together. They become one. They become one as husband and wife. So
We'll go down that road.
Say it again.
We'll go down the road you're wanting us to go. I'm
Let's
fine with that.
Let's handle it.
So let's go down that road.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man that has decided to date this woman that has a child,
Mm-hmm.
and I am sitting there and I'm paying attention to how the boyfriend, the father of this said child, is doing their best to be with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd find out from the person I am dating what broke up their relationship, have an actual conversation, and then when if we decided from that point on to still continue the relationship to where we get married, it is egocentric of me to come in between the relationship of that child and that child's father. I'm not looking at it from the wife's point of view or the husband's point of view. If that man is actually being good to that child,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a Thanksgiving dinner that they've been doing since the child's been born, and no one in that family has noticed anything, because I'd be asking some questions. Have you noticed he's been trying to manipulate? Does he come across as a narcissist? I'd be asking these kinds of things because I want the well-being of the child. The well-being of the child, not my personal pride and ego.
And again, I'm gonna say, like I said,
So
I'm gonna say, like I said, about this whole conversation, it has nothing to do with pride and ego. It has nothing to do with that at all.
It's got everything to do with
No,
it.
that's your opinion. I don't agree with that. That's your opinion.
Well, you want to know why America's screwed up? It's because we like to push these toxic masculinity ideologies out to the public.
Now you hold the whole. Now you put the whole. Now you don't went all. You don't went all into masculinity and America and all this stuff. We talking about one situation, one instance.
True.
No, not true.
You know
not
what
true.
I'm gonna say. You know
Hold
what
on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
say to this?
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
Hey.
hold on. I gotta.
Oh,
y'all,
okay.
y'all,
All right.
come on now. We though we don't agree, it's okay, but we still got to keep structure. Let me keep this thing. Let me go to watch this. Oh Lord, I'm about to get myself in trouble. Cassandra, go ahead. I know yet. Go ahead. Kirk,
Nope.
Go
Nothing.
ahead.
I have nothing.
Wow. Go ahead, Curtis.
You know, at the end of the day, let's go with what God has brought forth can no man take or break up.
Separate, yeah.
Right? So I'm gonna go how I believe. If I truly believe that and I'm gonna stand on that, then I ain't got no problem walking to that door with my wife, his kids, my kids, and we walk in together. I ain't got no problem with that. Because number one, if I believe that, then there's nothing that he can do and or say to take my wife from me. Number two, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, then I shouldn't even have no hangups about what she might be doing with him.
See, y'all.
Because at the end of the day, when she dies, I'm not going to be standing there with her.
This man is not insecure. This man.
I'm not going to be. God not going to say. Oh, hold on. Before I deal with your book, let me get your husband in here. No. When she dies, God going to have her stand in front of her book of wanting. He's going to read it. And if she been doing something foul with him, he going to tell her, now, I sent you, you asked for a king and I gave you one. That one didn't work. So you chose the king that I actually had for you, but then you went right back to that poor king you had before. What was the problem? I'm not going to be held accountable for that. But if I believe in that very same scripture, then I cannot have the idea or the notion that this man is going to separate us. Now, the manipulating part is this. If he's manipulating, then as a man, in my mind, then now I have to look to the Father. Hey, Pop, can I talk to you for a minute? And man, look, these are the things that I have been noticing, Pop. I don't know if baby girl told you about this, but this is what's been going on. Boom, 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 boom. And Pop, the way I'm feeling is I'm feeling like he's trying to manipulate a situation. Now, I could be wrong, but do you see the same things? This is what I'm going through. You allow the man of that household to then dictate. You can't come in there 6 months. You just been there 6 months, and you coming in there trying to dictate what that family does.
Okay, wrap it up,
Something
Curtis.
that they've been doing for the last probably 30 years. You can't do that. You will always come out looking like the bad guy. I guarantee you that. Now, in my situation, first thing I did was I developed a rapport with him because I know that the truth be told, if this kid is 7 years old, he has to be in their lives for the next at least 11 years.
No, he
if
don't.
I wanted to be,
No,
if I don't want, regardless, he's got to be there. They're going to have to have a conversation.
Wrap it up, Curtis.
At some point, they might never speak to each other at all. Let that kid go to the hospital.
But
I expect for him to be there immediately.
But my thing is this:
He's
hold on,
That's
Curtis.
your thing,
Curtis.
Raheem.
Curtis.
That's your thing.
Curtis. Hold on, brother. Boy, everybody feels so passionate about this.
You won't let me finish, bro. You keep
Kurt, you've been going 4 minutes, brother. I got other people. I gotta move, keep it moving, brother. I can't just stay with you. I gotta talk. I gotta put everybody in. You don't been over.
All right.
I let you go over 3 minutes already. And I didn't stop.
All right.
I stopped the thing so it didn't make the noise. But I let you continue.
All right.
Okay.
I get it right. You're right.
But my thing is this right here. Y'all trying to make the man into being insecure. Y'all trying to make the man into all this and all that. All that's fine. If that's the way y'all want to view it, that's fine. That's beautiful. But at the end of the day, he don't have to be a part of their life. He have to be a part of his son's life. They could drop the son off. That's why they do the things that they do. He don't have to be a part of their life. He have to be a part of his son's life. And that's what's most important, that he's a part of his son's life. He don't have to be at that table. He don't have to be at them dinners. He don't have to be at all these different things in order for that to happen. He can still be a part of his son's life. They can still spend time together. So he don't have to be a part of their life. He have to be a part of his son's life. And you say, like, if we go to the hospital or something like that, absolutely he's going to be there. I hope he would, because she said he's a great father, and I'm sure that he would be. But he don't have to be a part of their lives, just of their son's life. And that's why I stand on that. Well,
Raheem, okay, let's say he does manipulate that situation, the husband does.
Mm-hmm.
And his wife said, well, okay, babe, we'll just stay at home. What else is he gonna manipulate? Because the man gonna come to the house, pick his child up.
No, he don't have to.
Oh, I don't like him coming to our house. Now we got to let him go to a police station, meet his son, blah, blah, blah. So you painting.
Why the husband's always the bad guy? Why the husband's always the bad guy? Why the husband gotta be the bad guy? Good Lord, y'all just make the husband. Why the husband got to be the bad guy? And to answer your question, no, it's not my letter, because my household is fine and we don't have these issues. But I know. But my thing.
I'm just saying. See, you sticking up for the husband because of the loyalty that you have as a man and as a husband for your wife.
See,
you are very loyal. See, that's what's coming out of you, the loyalty. But what about the loyalty for her? You said that you also accept her loyal, that she also, whatever she desires, you also go along with that. But what is she saying to him? I want to spend time with my mom and my dad. It doesn't matter who's there. I'm spending time with my mom and my dad. So now you got two loyalties.
It does matter.
You got him.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Willa. Let me ask you this question. Willa,
how do we agree?
Willa, let me ask you this question. If in a family, if there's a family, and this is totally different, but I'm just giving you a scenario here, and making a point from where I'm standing, that it does matter. If there's a family and there's a uncle or an aunt or something like that that's molesting the children, and you're having Thanksgiving dinner, and everybody want everybody to be there, and the child knows that the child has been molested by this particular person, okay? Would it matter that person is there or not? Because if that child go into that household and see the person that's traumatized them, that's totally traumatized them, it does matter that they're there. It does matter. It matters.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because that's a different situation.
Yes, but I'm just making the point that it matters. It does matter.
In her letter, she said, because we add everything else, because we get the facts from her letter. In her letter, she said that he was a great father. He was good. He didn't even say, she didn't even say that he was good to the parents or none of that. We added that.
Exactly.
But all we saying is she didn't say nothing negative about that man. Only thing she said was he was a man.
Boy, y'all tell me.
And right there is where we all standing on. That's it. And he knew she had another child by another man. Now you got to prepare yourself for everything that goes along with that. That's all I'm saying.
And that's what he's doing.
That's all I'm saying.
And that's exactly
because
what he's doing.
That's not going to be the only situation. It's going to be something else.
And he's preparing himself.
Like you said, we got to be on one accord. It can't be a demand when you demanding me not to go visit my mom and dad.
Amen.
Come on now, Raheem.
No, but my thing is this, and that's what he's doing. He said he's setting the boundaries. He's setting boundaries, and so if that's going to be the case, then that's the way that he feels.
That's not Raheem. That's not setting boundaries now as a counselor.
See,
Let me
Curtis. Curtis.
All right, I'm gonna shut
Curtis,
up.
listen, brother. I got 10 people. I just left you, brother. I got 10 other people that want to say something. I can't, you know, you my brother. I love you dearly, man, but I can't just come straight to you every time. I got to be fair to everybody. There's 10 other people on here. There's 10 other people here. Badger, what's on your heart?
I mean, about the same as I was saying earlier, to be honest, because what I heard in that was after 6 months of being married, knowing the situation, because it's real. I'd be so shocked that that husband didn't know the situation, that all of a sudden he got in his feelings and wasn't okay with it. That's what I hear.
Okay. Leonard, what's on your heart, brother?
About to yield my time to Curtis, but because one, you know, everybody's adding their own situation, you know, their own point of view, which is okay, but to defend someone else's point of view is a little odd. But it is the decision between that family.
But when you say that's odd, when you say that's odd, everybody else is defending the ladies. Everybody else, I'm defending the man, but everybody else is defending the ladies and the child. And so I don't understand how that's odd. Everybody just picking who they want to defend.
Getting ready to explain to you.
Okay.
And related, that's not setting boundaries. That man, just from this one letter, he may be a little bit too controlling for this type of relationship.
Wow.
He is the wrong man for this relationship. Just like I was saying to myself before, that's why I never even got involved with women who had children, because I simply do not do baby daddies. There's no reason for us to discuss it or get into an argument about Thanksgiving dinner or anything like that, because I'm not going to be in that relationship. What this man eventually will do is will isolate her from everyone else because he don't like it.
Thank you, Leonard.
Wow.
And he is a bit controlling.
Wow. He's
and
controlling.
Women, you need to think of that before you run off and marry somebody just because they asked you and you got kids. Think of your children first.
Wow. So he's
my
controlling.
mother did not marry for this very reason, because no man is going to tell me what to do. So my mother knew not to bring another man around in this relationship, because we would have torn him to pieces.
Wow.
See, that's
manipulating,
manipulating
and controlling and all kind of things just because they want to have what's right for his
next
family.
is gonna be she can't go by her daddy house.
Wow. So
it's gonna be now she can't go nowhere unless he approve of where she go.
Wow. And I don't see none of that. I don't see none of that. And like I said, from the letter that I read, I don't see any of that. You know, she said her only thing she said about her husband that he don't want that dad's father to be there, or they can't be there because, you know, he's setting boundaries, he's setting limitations, and y'all don't agree with that's boundaries. I say it is boundaries. I say that he's setting up, he's trying to set a foundation for the family going forward. And he see how does this say? Somewhere I read where it says a wise man sees trouble from afar and he avoids it. Somewhere I read where it says that a wise man sees trouble from afar and he avoids it. That's
say I exchange common sense for what somebody told me about the Bible any day.
You'll change common sense for what somebody told you about the Bible any day. Okay. Okay. Let me go to let me see who I got next here. We got another caller from what's that 924 area code 924. What's your name? Where you calling from? 924 area code. You there?
You talking about 920?
Yeah, 920. I'm sorry. Yeah, 920. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Ryan. I called from my other phone because the other one died.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you done killed the phone off, man. You done killed the phone off. But my thing is, and we got to get out of here, man. Man, it is 10:30. I got to get out of here. Y'all done have me here 3.5 hours, man. Fooling with y'all, man. Boy, y'all tell me into the question asker this morning, boy. Y'all tested me this morning, boy. I had to be the question asker for real. Ryan, what's on your heart? Ryan?
I was going to if you wanted to borrow one of my blood pressure pills.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good, man. Hey, I love being the question asker. I love being the question asker, man, because you know I love it. I just love it, man. Go ahead, Ryan. What's on your heart?
So I guess I'm the only one who's catching you back on this one.
Come on.
I mean, I understand what everybody's saying, but my whole thing is this. They was married for 7 years, and why they split up? Had to be a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Had to be a reason. And so, in my mind, is if they split up and the family was all hunky-dory with bruh, why they split up?
Mm-hmm.
Everything was cool. He's such a good cat. You got to keep him over the house on holidays and everything, but he wasn't good enough to stay with my daughter.
Yep. Something ain't right with that,
Like,
Ryan.
Something ain't right with the scenario. Something's missing. There's some key information that's missing on why they split up. I'm not about to tell somebody to not spend time with their kids. I'm in the same boat as you. But there's another level to things that I don't think anybody's touched on. Is that soul tie. That man's done been all in your wife's business for 7 years. And you're going to sit there and be comfortable with this man sitting at the same table, enjoying his kids. That's cool. But he's still looking at your wife, remembering all them times that he done had her before you. Because you can't tell me that's not going to happen. It happens. There's always some sort of reminiscing that go on at a holiday event. I don't need no reminiscing at my dinner table of old times between y'all two. That's just me.
You remember that time we went over to what's the name?
Yeah. You remember that time we was having Thanksgiving dinner and you put your hands under the table? Yeah. Me too.
Oh Lord.
Wow.
See, there you
I'm
go.
all for you having
Just pass me some turkey. Pass me the turkey. That's what.
Thank you. And the dressing. And the dressing.
Wow. But see, my thing.
I guess nobody thinks about the past on the line today.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're human beings.
Hold on.
You can't say it don't happen.
Yeah, exactly. And my thing is, I don't want to, I don't want to come from the insecurity side of it. You know, if a person got insecurity, that's just their insecurity. They have to deal with that. But I'm thinking that this man is trying to, secure his family. But go ahead, Tucson. What's on your heart, brother?
No, I'm just saying. You remind me of David when Nathan came to him. And you use the scripture, whom God joined together, let no man put asunder. And so sometimes in our relationship, we the ones that separate our own self. We cause issues that are really not there. We make up stuff. And then before we know it, they say, well, what happened to your marriage? Oh, I broke that up, to be honest with you. I broke that up.
So what's amazing to me,
there was something traditionally going on in the family that I tried to uproot, and it didn't work because I was the one that created the nobody wanted me around.
Wow,
I did that.
Wow. So my thing is this right here, man. I understand everybody got their viewpoint, everybody have their own take on it, and everybody gonna see it the way they see it. But my thing is, it's hard for me to understand why nobody can see that it can be an issue that this boyfriend is there for Thanksgiving dinner when this lady been married to this man for 6 months, and I don't know how long they've been together before they decided to get married. But it's just blowing my mind that you all can't see that could create an issue. And
he's a cream puff.
But it's blowing our mind that you taking the stance that you have. Do you realize that? Have you heard how many of us taken against what you're saying? So then the same way that you feel, we feel the same way. But how in the world does you see that to be correct? So just think about it that way.
I'm listening.
Think about the beginning at some different angles. But the way that you have set it up, this sounds like a problem that is going to mess just manifest itself even more if she does what he says to do in this particular situation.
So
I'm always the first person that says that a woman, she needs to go ahead. If you and your husband can't make a decision, the Bible says he's the head. Let him make that decision, and
yes.
then whatever falls as a result of that decision, then he can't say, "Yeah, you told me." The woman, what's his name, Adam and Eve, like Adam, that woman you gave me. No, it'll be your responsibility because I let you make the decision. But it's I don't get it, but whatever. We all, like we say, we all give our own opinion,
Mm-hmm.
and we stand on what we believe. So that's the way it should be.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Because I'm like, wow. I mean, it will be an issue. It will be an issue. Why is he? What's he here for? Hey man, hey baby, come here. And then ain't that what's the name? What are you here for? Why is he here? Oh, we got this tradition that he be at Thanksgiving dinner every year because no, hold on. That's an issue with me. I just find it as a major issue that he can't find something else to do during this time. He can't find something else to do. He can't find nowhere else to go. He ain't
Hey,
got
Raheem.
he ain't got nowhere else to go. He ain't got no
Raheem.
family. Where his family at? Where his people is?
Hey,
Where his family?
hey, Raheem.
Yes.
You know what I find crazy?
What's that?
There are 3 counselors on the line
Okay.
and they all said the same thing.
Okay.
It's interesting. We talk about people going to therapy and all these other things and different situations of that nature. This is a really good example of that toxicity I was mentioning.
Wow.
Because you have 3 counselors saying what the healthiest way to handle the situation is, and and the male's pride and ego won't let them listen to it.
Mm-hmm. And who is that male pride and ego?
Maybe you take it personal. You take it personal.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, my thing is this right here.
I didn't agree with
My thing is this right here. My thing is this right here. We're gonna have 10 preachers in the room, 10 preachers in the room, and we could talk about a topic. And I guarantee y'all, tell them they read the same book. All tell them ain't gonna agree with the same in the same way. That's why you have different denominations. So it has nothing to do with male toxicity and all the different things. My thing is just right. It has nothing to do with male toxicity and all that stuff. It has something to do with everybody having their opinion. I'm not here to give you yours, brother, and you certainly ain't gonna give me mine. I feel the way I feel, just as you feel the way you feel, and that's just the way I do things. I don't give you your opinion. Don't try to give me mine. Leonard, what's on your heart?
I was just listening because people have to deal with these things, and I'm glad the other young lady brought up the term for it. It's blended families.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely a new phenomenon, and people have to deal with it. My hat's off, like I said in other shows, to those people who know how to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Blended families, because that is really a huge part of our community that we need to work on, that we need to get counseling and therapy for, to make sure we do it the right way. As an appointed advocate in my county, working with families, trying to preserve those families and those things that relate to blended families. Sometimes we have to arrange for children to be exchanged at the police station, or a third party has to come and pick this person up because of the threat of violence. Just for the main purpose of just exchanging a child.
Yeah.
So what could have been more helpful is that if you supporting this person would have said, so what's the motive? What's the agenda? You have to put it out there on why you have such an aggression against this other man that is simply just coming to Thanksgiving dinner like he has been. But those issues have to be really worked through with people who are going to choose blended families. So I would hope that just because you in love with you, that you would take the time to get some people who are going to choose to call each other a family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
But that one man that continues to believe that he has to draw those boundaries is going to find himself in a little square by himself. And because especially if he don't know that he shouldn't be choosing women that have children.
Maybe he might find. Maybe that's where he might find his happiness, Leonard. Maybe that's where he might find his joy.
Well, like I said, there's
Right.
a place for him too. Like
Amen.
everybody on the table was there getting to.
Mhm.
Sure, let's all meet up for Thanksgiving and let's see how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how it works.
Well, this has been a show. Look, we got to get out of here, man. We'll be here about 4 more hours, man. We might, as a matter of fact, we might revisit this thing again tomorrow. This has been so much fun for me, man. This has been
Good.
Not me. Pass the dressing, Tucson. Pass me that dressing over there.
I'm trying to tell you, man. And where's the doggone, what you call that, cranberry sauce?
Wow. Hey, Leonard, what's going on at 3 o'clock today, sir?
If you do not get a chance to hear this show in its entirety, log on to www.dkmmediagroup.com at 3 o'clock Eastern today.
And look here, and tell that woman, look here, that man ain't got no business being at that table. That man ain't got no business being there. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, that man ain't got no business being at that table. None.
Trust me,
None.
people,
None.
if something
Hey.
happened and he got to get jumped on, I'm pretty sure your cousin will take care of that little bit. Which I don't even get into it. But we gonna wish all well. We gonna say this great. Now pass me that dressing, Tucson.
Look here, look here. Hey, is that sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie? Is that sweet potato pie?
Who made the potato salad?
No.
Who made the potato salad?
Hey, don't eat potato salad. Cassandra made it. Don't eat that potato salad.
Okay, now you jumping on the wrong ground now, because I can cook. Don't even be playing. Don't even play. Y'all be playing. Don't play.
I knew I was gonna wake her up.
Willa,
Get you some potato salad and shut
Willa,
up.
Willa, you better tell him. Thank you, Willa. You see where he went, right?
Yeah, I heard mustard or no mustard.
Exactly. Hey, Tucson, you gonna eat that? Cassandra made a potato salad, man. You gonna try it?
Get you some potato salad and shut up.
Exactly.
Oh, my stomach hurting. Oh, my stomach hurts so bad. No, Cassandra's a wonderful cook. I gotta pick her. That's my big sister. She's a wonderful cook, though. She really is. I pick at her, but she can cook. She really can. Willow. What she said.
Great show on blended families.
Absolutely.
I love this show today.
Absolutely, boy. Cassandra, she got me. Then she will. She wasn't gonna let me go with that.
Yes,
one.
she did.
What? Hold on, Joker. Willa, are you ready, Willa?
I am so ready. I'm ready, Raheem. Come on, Raheem. Let's go.
Well, Willa, I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't got one more thing to say to you. Let's go.
Amen. What a great time today, y'all. What a great time to share our opinions and not filter what was on our hearts. But we're going to the throne of grace, and we're going to say that if there has been anything that we have said, anything we've done or thought that has been displeasing to you in your eyesight, Father, we're asking for forgiveness.
Yes.
Father, we thank you and we lift you up this morning. Father, we thank you for waking us up, giving us another chance at life, another opportunity to get it right with you. We love you, Lord. We honor and we praise you. Touch each and every last one that's on this line. Touch their hearts, Lord, whatever they're dealing with, Lord, whatever illness that's bothering them, Lord, whatever thorn is in their side, oh Lord. Father, whatever struggle that they're going through, Lord. Father, we're asking you to touch their hearts, Lord. Father, because the Bible says that you see the hearts of men. And we thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for the hope. Thank you, Lord, for the worship and praise, Lord, through your word. Thank you, Jesus. Father, we thank you for the morning glow. We thank you for Raheem and his family, Lord. We thank you, Lord, for encamping those angels around us all, protecting us and keeping us safe in an evil and wicked world. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen, and amen.
Amen. It's been a great broadcast, man. Y'all made me the question asker this morning, boy. Y'all made me the question asker, boy. Y'all got me. It's been a great.
So, Raheem.
Yes, ma'am.
Raheem, can I know Willa just prayed But can I just ask everyone to keep me and the team that I'm with in prayer? We had an accident on our way here to New York.
Yes, ma'am.
We had an accident, and then our bus is now down. So we're trying to. It's been crazy. So just be praying for us as we travel, trying to get back to Atlanta.
Absolutely. I'm gonna call you when I hang up. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good deal. I want to thank you all for joining us. More than that, I want to thank you for allowing DK Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your morning. It is now 10:49. Wow, you're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple, I want you to go out there, find somebody and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. Then we shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other. And please, please, please be blessed. Talk to you tomorrow morning. God say the same. Y'all have a great day. Give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate it, and I'm sure that you will as well. Love you. Talk to you tomorrow. Be blessed.